ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang!
It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
It is a Friday before the Super Bowl. It is a sad day. It is the end of football as we know it for the next several months, and that's disappointing for sure. But it's a day of celebration as well because we have so much to get to. It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube page, where you should be watching the show. You should be subscribing to the ESPN New York YouTube channel, and you should be a part of the show with your comments, and I encourage you to do that, and also to be a part of the program at 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. My name is Chris Carlin. Bart Scott, on a Friday, as we know, is going to be a little bit late coming over from Get Up. He is just finishing things up on the mothership across the street. And thus, we have the new tradition on this show, as many people will know, and I will hold it up to the camera. We have the new Pistons Swear Jar. Bart, of course, is a huge Detroit Pistons fan. That's going to rear its ugly head later on today. That's going to be a problem with Knicks Pistons tonight. Why do I bring this up right now? Because every Friday, with Bart doing Get Up, him getting over here really is determined by how hungry he is and how comfortable of an outfit he wants to change into. He is a block and a half away. Last week, we decided that we would start picking times for when Bart would arrive, and we'd go over under, and if you hit the number exactly, you will win the contents of this week's Pistons Swear Jar. Bart gets fined every time he mentions the Pistons in any sort of reference, in any sort of metaphor, in anything. Bart gets fined. We put it in here. The jar currently has $11 in it. $11. If one of the three of us, between myself, Ray Dinahan, Tom Bauer, hits the exact time that Bart bursts through the door to the studio, we will win the $11. If nobody hits the exact time, it will carry over until the next week. So I will put it to our teammates to begin the show today, and that is Tom Bauer. First of all, Tom, what is your time today for Bart to walk in the door?
The great Bart Scott will walk in the door at 10:28 a.m.
10:28 a.m. Ray Dinahan, what say you?
See, I felt good about 10:28 last week, and it was just the lost ID
Correct.
that really delayed him.
Yes.
So I'm going to say...
Now, can I just caution you real quick?
Yes.
Don't overthink this.
Because
there are mitigating circumstances that nobody can predict in all of this. Bart had the wrong ID with him to get into the building last week.
This is true. The ID slowed him down last week. There's a ton of things that can slow him down this week. I'm going to say 10:31.
10:31. Because, and this is crazy talk, because the Pistons are playing the Knicks tonight, I am going to say 10:26. I'm going to go a little bit on the earlier side, which really, it bucks all kinds of what you would call common sense. So, once again, our times, 10:26 for me, 10:28 Tom Bauer, 10:31 Ray Danahan, correct?
That sounds right to me.
If you hit it within the minute on the clock, you will win the contents of the jar. If nobody hits it exactly, we carry on until next week and the pot grows. It's like our own Mega Millions.
We could buy a half a cinnamon bun with that.
We, of course, had our Carlin's Corner table yesterday with a cinnamon roll that was just off the freaking charts, and we'll have the video for that for you later on today. So let's get to some things, shall we? I'm excited for the Super Bowl. This is the first day where I really can say I am excited to get the Super Bowl going. I personally am somebody that does not spend a ton of time watching a lot of the pregame shows on Sunday. I like to sit down as we are getting set to kick off. Maybe I'm there for the coin toss. Maybe I'm there for the anthem. And maybe. But chances are I will avoid everything except unless if it involves some sort of gambling that could be important, inactives and such. I will avoid all of those kinds of things because I just like to sit down and get the game going, especially with the Super Bowl because we've had 2 weeks of this. Bart and I have spent an awful lot of time discussing the, how should I put this? Expected dominance of the Seattle Seahawks. I just forgot to shut off my phone as well as my wife just texted me. And, you know, there's that. And I don't know if you know me, but I can get thrown off very easily from my train of thought. That's what just happened. The expected dominance of the Seattle Seahawks. I see the Seahawks winning this game, and I see them doing it rather handily. My pick right now is 31-13 Seahawks. And, wow, that seems like a lot, doesn't it? Why am I like this? Why am I the way I am? Bart has felt the same way. I feel this way because I have had trouble all year getting past the idea that the New England Patriots have had an incredibly easy road here. How easy has it been? Allow me to quantify some of that for you. The Patriots' regular season strength of schedule played. The opponent winning percentage was .391. Why is my watch now talking to me at the same time? It's because the rolls of fat on my wrist are rolling into the watch, and it's hitting a button, and now the watch is trying to talk to me. Everybody's trying to screw me up. I won't let it happen.
Are you sure, or is Siri trying to get into the Bart Scott sweepstakes too?
No, Siri doesn't want any part of that. Not even artificial intelligence could get involved and have a solid answer on that. Anyway, the winning percentage in the strength of schedule played for the opponents for the New England Patriots this year was .391. That is the easiest strength of schedule played for any team, not just a Super Bowl team, any team since 1999 and the Rams. Think about that for a moment. Think about this. The New England Patriots this year had 11 games against teams not returning a head coach next year. 11 games against teams that fired their head coach or the head coach isn't coming back. That is tied for most in NFL history with the 1925 Frankfurt Yellow Jackets. This is true. Oh, Siri, shut up. 4 opposing quarterbacks in the playoffs entered the game with 5 combined playoff wins. So the 4 opposing quarterbacks that the Patriots have faced or will face have a combined 5 playoff wins. And they can be the second team to beat a top 3 scoring defense in postseason since the 2006 Colts. This has been a remarkably easy path here. So as you can see, as I lay that out to you, you might think that the New England Patriots are perhaps a bit fraudulent. That Drake May, who I mind you would came exceptionally close to winning the MVP last night at NFL Honors. Exceptionally close. Played so poorly in the postseason that it was almost an afterthought that he could have been an MVP candidate. So this path to the Super Bowl has me thinking, and has had me thinking all along, that this can't possibly be a great New England Patriots team. Well, I am nothing if not open-minded. And I want to express why my rationale might not mean very much in the grand scheme. The New England Patriots can be the 10th team to win the Super Bowl with the easiest schedule in the NFL. Okay? They can be the 10th team. Some of the teams that did it are some of the most memorable teams in NFL history. The 2016 Patriots did it. That's one of the most memorable teams in NFL history. The big reason why is because of their come from behind win against the Rams, or against the Falcons. The 2009 Saints, the Drew Brees Saints. That was a great Saints team, but none of us ever thinks, well, their path to the Super Bowl and winning it was just way too easy. The greatest show on turf, the 1999 Rams. That was Kurt Warner. Remember what an amazing story all of that was? It was Kurt Warner. They won the Super Bowl by a yard. But none of us ever looks back at that Rams team with the amount of points that they put up and think, you know what? That was an incredibly easy schedule. The 1992 Cowboys. That was just the beginning of the Cowboy dynasty. That was a time when we thought the Buffalo Bills were going to flat out take care of business, and they didn't. The Cowboys were in the midst of beginning just greatness in their dynasty, and none of us knew that. But none of us thought about what the easiest schedule is. The 72 Dolphins. Do you see my point here? The team that went undefeated that we have to hear from every damn year when somebody loses. So sick and tired of them. But I can't deny the fact that they're the only team to ever do it. And so the 72 Dolphins had the easiest path at the time to get there. And nobody says a word. So here's my point. When it comes to the easiest strength of schedule, maybe I need to cut the Patriots a little bit more of a break here. These teams like New England that show up unexpected and the turnaround is quicker than we thought, and they look from the outside like they're just a great story. Man, sometimes they surprise. Sometimes they really surprise. I think what they're going up against is not an immovable object. I think it's an outstanding defense with the Seattle Seahawks. But I think it's an offense that has a quarterback who is here for the very first time, just like Drake May is, but a quarterback with baggage. Is Sam Darnold strong enough to have navigated the pressures of the last 2 weeks and able to put all of it behind him? You know, there was a clip from an interview that Sam did leading up to the game that was on social media yesterday. And it was asking Sam about when the toughest time, when he felt the most adversity in his professional career. And you know what he said? When he was traded from the Jets to the Carolina Panthers. Sam realized at that point that with the Jets, he was a failure. And that is an awfully tough mentality to shake. And he has done an amazing job over the last couple of years of doing just that. But the Super Bowl can do strange things to people when you get on that stage. You just never know. Sometimes it's because you've got a buzzsaw of a defense. I don't see a buzzsaw of a defense from the New England Patriots. Sometimes it's because you just can't get out of your own way. I don't think it's going to be seeing ghosts for Sam this time. Sometimes it's because you're just in your own head. That's where this lies for me. That's where the difference in this game lies for me. Is Sam Darnold going to spend this much time in his head getting up to the biggest moment in his professional career? Drake May, I don't really worry about. It's not that I think he's going to go out there and play well. I think if Drake May doesn't play well, it's going to be because he hasn't played well the last few weeks, because he's a little bit banged up with his shoulder, and because the Seahawks are an outstanding defense. I think if Sam Darnold doesn't play well, it has more to do with Sam Darnold. I have the faith in him. This is where the difference is. But am I not giving the Patriots enough credit? 800-919-3776. This is what I want to know from you. Are we not giving the New England Patriots enough credit here? And I feel like specifically it's been me and Bart. I don't feel like outside of here there has been a massive groundswell that this is just going to be a complete blowout. I mean, it's not like the line suggests that that's the case. It's not like Vegas believes that that's the case. Right now, the line is still 4.5. Seattle favored. That means that the Seahawks, if they were playing at home, would be a touchdown favorite. But they're not. They're playing in a neutral site, and 4.5 is not an ungodly number. Am I the only one who is thinking that this game is going to be 31-13? Am I the only one that's thinking that this game could be a performance for Drake May that is similar to what Cam Newton faced with the Broncos 10 years ago in this same stadium? I would love to know your thoughts about this at 800-919-3776. Couple of other things I want to get to here. Number one, Matthew Stafford winning the MVP. Holy crap. What a season Matthew Stafford had. And you know what we all forget? How close Matthew Stafford came to becoming a New York Giant last year at this time. And look at what's happened. He's turning 38 years old tomorrow. And he went out there this year and had a 40-touchdown, single-digit season throwing the football. Bart has often called him the best quarterback he's ever played against. And he's played against Brady. And he's played against Manning. He's played against great ones. And he calls him the best one he ever played against. What could have been if he had decided that he wanted to be a New York Giant? And I'm not here to bum you out on that front from a Giants perspective. What I am here to tell you, though, is you look at Stafford, you look at the Patriots. Frankly, you look at the Seahawks, and there is reason for hope. From a Giant perspective, there is reason for hope. There can be that quick turnaround. There can be the opportunity to get deep in the playoffs when nobody would have expected it. And more than ever before, it made me think of this too. It just had me reflecting on Stafford not being a Giant, how this season could have played out, but ultimately, does that end up being for the best? Because if Stafford had been a Giant, would the Giants have made the NFC Championship game? I don't think so. I think he might have had a really good year. They might have been a playoff team. But Stafford, as he said last night, is going to play another year. Well, Would he be doing that if he had been with the Giants? Would Stafford be the MVP if he had been with the Giants? All of the answers to this are no. He would be spending time over the next few weeks determining if he still wanted to play. The Giants not getting him and ending up with John Harbaugh at the end of this? That very easily could have been the best possible outcome, because it sets them up for success over the next few years as opposed to just the short term. You wouldn't have Jackson Dart if Matthew Stafford had been a Giant. There's no way you would have had Jackson Dart had Matthew Stafford been a Giant. And what's funny to me is the attractive part of this job was the fact that there was already a young quarterback in place that you can mold, that has played some and has had some success. Was anybody else upset that Dart did not get Rookie of the Year? Frankly, did not even finish second as Tyler Shuck did. I can't sit here and tell you I felt like he was robbed. Teteroa McMillan had a very, very good year for Carolina, but I cannot tell you that he was robbed in any way. But I do think that when you talk about young quarterbacks with big abilities, is it out of the realm of possibility that a year from now that Jackson Dart is in that MVP category discussion? I think probably so. But if you have Malik Neighbors and you have better receivers around him, if you draft another receiver high and you continue to stockpile good young players, not out of the realm of possibility. That's what today's show is all about. Possibility. What could happen? Are the Patriots team that we are overlooking in possibilities for Sunday? We've all got our box pools getting ready to go. I'm very excited on one of my pools, which it changes at halftime, the numbers. For the first half of the game, I've got a 3 and a 0. Can a brother come through with a 3-0 first quarter? That would not kill me. We've got our box pools. We've got our bets. We've got the different things that we want to do. We've got our snacks. We've got everything around the game. But it does allow you to think beyond just this game, and it allows you to think about the Giants for the future. The Jets for the future, there's a lot more hand-wringing involved there. There's no question about that. But hope, opportunities, always spring eternal, because it's disappointing on this day that football has come to an end. But when you look at who's going to be playing on Sunday, it also springs hope for you. Look at me, the optimist. Who saw that coming? Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. On the board right now, we have, for the arrival time of Bart Scott, me at 10:26. It is currently 10:24 and 12 seconds. Clock's ticking there, Chunky. Tom Bauer has 10:28. Ray Denahan has 10:31 for Bart Scott's arrival from doing Get Up. And the winner, if you hit it in that minute, wins the contents of the Pistons Swear Jar, which I think today could certainly fill up. We probably have to figure out some guardrails around that today, or we could just be punitive throughout and torture Bart too. We're trying to do that in many ways as well. It's Bart and Carlin just getting started on the ESPN New York YouTube page, where you should be subscribed, watching the show, because why wouldn't you want to see this mug?
This is the Michael K. Show.
It's Aaron Boone, Yankee manager. Now, you have a great life, and this is your 9th year as a Yankee manager, but how much does it gnaw at you that you have not yet been the last team standing in your time as Yankee manager?
That's really the one and only huge thing that does gnaw at me when it comes to this. So it does. Working like heck to fix that and to change that, but I understand it's attached to me.
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Update now. 2 early morning accidents have finally been cleared. LIE in Queens, westbound at the Van Wyck Expressway. All lanes have been reopened. That involved a jackknife tractor trailer and an overturned vehicle. A big mess. Had been closed since around 5 o'clock. And again, all lanes just recently reopened. Same deal on the Deegan southbound pedestrian accident cleared just a few moments ago into 233rd Street. That had been closed since around 5 this morning. In Yonkers, the northbound Sawmill Parkway with an overturned vehicle. Only the far right lane open at McLean Avenue. On the island, the Southern State westbound accident left lane at 106, and eastbound Northern State out by Hicksville at Route 106. Looks like an accident or possible problems. Hudson River crossings with minor delays down to less than 5 minutes. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Rain on game day doesn't faze Dave. He's already got his poncho. Just needs to do something about those wipers. So Dave heads to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner helps him get premium quiet wipers and some hand warmers.
You're all set.
Now, if only his team can handle the elements as well as his new wipers. Get wipers, glass cleaner, and more with no hassles, just help at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
The final Football Friday. As we've said all week, it's the last call for football, and FanDuel's giving you a profit boost, all right? A daily profit boost every day leading up to the big game. Today's 30% profit boost is first quarter markets, alt passing, receiving, and rushing yards. I've told you I like Stephon Diggs and Jackson Smith-Njigba to get going early in this one. All you have to do is opt in each day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. So whether you're looking in early lines, riding your favorite props, or taking one last swing before the final whistle, FanDuel's giving everyone something extra to cheer for during football's final week. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for all with a gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
It's a battle of the Big East's best at MSG as 22nd ranked St. John's looks to hand 3rd ranked UConn its first conference loss of the year. Coverage begins today at 7:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Knick fans, embrace the madness, man. It's coming together. Who benefits from this the most is Cat. And then last night, Cat's bleeding at the foul line. The fans are chanting his name. Double overtime win. I'm just telling you that if this ends up being what I think it can be, we'll look back at last night as kind of one of those turning points.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York. And streaming live on YouTube.
I'll tell you what, he is going to absolutely stick it to everybody at every turn. Bart Scott walked in at 10:27 and 49 seconds, thus turning aside Tom Bauer by a mere 11 seconds from winning $11.
What did Tom have me at?
All right, so here's what we had you at. I had you at 10:26.
And I actually was here at 10:26, but I had to go blow my nose and use the bathroom.
Okay. So thanks for the screw job there. Tom had 1028, and Ray had 1031. 1031.
So who's closest to the pin?
There is no closest to the pin. Here's what we've
it has to
determined.
be Action Moment.
Because you're going to get the money,
Got you.
we have to make this harder.
Right.
So the determination is that you actually have that 1 minute to get the money.
Got you.
Now, Tom, during the break, suggested this. I don't know how you feel about it. Tom said, if Bart arrives in the first 15 minutes of the show, maybe he should get the money back.
No, that's impossible.
So putting on a sweatshirt is more important to you than whatever money is left in the jar.
I got to put my suit back on the hanger. Got to zip it up.
You couldn't just wear the suit for the show?
No, that thing got all kind of back butter. You know what I'm saying? It gets hot on there. You get excited. So then you want to get
those
those
lamps,
clothes off.
man, people don't know how hot that can be underneath those lamps.
And then you being funny, you joking around, you moving around for 2 hours, all that stuff. Yeah, man. Nah, that I'll be sitting here soggy.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me, man. You were preaching to the choir on that one. Anyway, tell me about the morning. Anything interesting on the show?
Well, we were really pretty much talking about the game, the odds, talking about Drake May, talking about MVPs, but also we talked about the awards yesterday, about what happened in the NFL honors.
I was just talking about that.
We talked about Brady and his, seeming like he's hating.
We don't have a dog in the fight kind of thing.
Hating on that. And, I don't know. Nobody really saw what Asante Samuel said. But Asante Samuel went to Twitter and said, you got 23 hours to respond. Please tell me you're not root for them. I'm going to go 8 on you. You know how I roll. You know how I get down. He has his platform.
Yep.
So, he's trying to, sauce it up.
Just giving him a chance.
And I think he's going to maybe talk about how selfish and maybe, air out some dirty laundry. You know what I mean? So he came with that one. So we'll see what that's all about, too.
All right. Couple things. I want to start with what you were just talking about. I'm going to get to the calls here shortly at 800-919-3776. And I want you to rest assured we are going to spend a lot of time on Knicks Pistons today.
I think I just saw going on a ticker. We lost to the Wizards yesterday.
The Pistons did last night?
I want to say something that said something stunned Pistons. I hope we didn't lose to going to give up one of our lead, because we were up by 6. Now we 4.
Admittedly, I did not look to see if the Pistons won last night. Yeah, they lost 126-117.
To the Wizards?
Yeah.
Did Anthony Davis play? What the hell going on here?
Anthony Davis, I can't.
I know. He didn't play. He never played.
No, of course
whenever I ask you that question, you 85% correct if you just say no.
Yeah.
I mean, see, but we can't be doing that. We can't be looking past people.
Somebody named Will Riley had 20 points off the bench.
Come on, man. What the hell? What the hell are we talking about? And the odds too. Now everybody's up on Cleveland. Cleveland have the best odds, and the fact that Detroit, even though after they're winning that, they got the third best odds. That's what we talked about too. Disrespectful to the Pistons.
Well, you'll have plenty of time to talk about that, and already you have hijacked this. So let's, yesterday you put $10 in to get a little bit in advance.
A little bonus.
I think we're about even now. So we start.
Nah, I'm at I got at least 3 more. I only spent like 7.
All right. Anyway, we'll get to the Pistons here in a little bit. He's going to throw. He threw a 20 in there, boys. He's looking to get ahead of himself today.
He's some surplus.
Yeah, exactly. So listen, I want to start with this. And again, calls coming, comments coming. Get in on the ESPN YouTube page as Bart is here at 800-919-3776. Go there, subscribe, and like the show. Do the whole thing because you got to do there. You mentioned Stafford. I brought this up a few minutes ago. It's a year ago that we thought that there was a decent chance that Matt Stafford would be a New York Giant. And here we are a year later. Matt Stafford's the MVP of the league.
Yep.
Now, I think if we can agree that if Matt Stafford had come to the Giants, he wouldn't be the MVP of the league. He would probably have led them to the playoffs. I think in a positive way we could go that far.
Maybe upset Philly.
I mean, I'll go as far as playoffs. But we wouldn't have Matt Stafford up there last night talking about, hey, I'll be back next year. Definitively, he'd be taking his time on that. But from a Giant perspective, even though he had the season that he did they actually end up better off? Because they got Jackson Dart and because they ended up with John Harbaugh. Would that have been just completely putting off the inevitable?
Yeah, I think so. I think it would just be kicking the can down the road because I think, Matthew Stafford would have been evaluating, was he going to come back? I think the fact that he's come back and he's made that known so early is because you don't walk away being considered the best player in the NFL. And the fact that he thinks the Rams have a lot of money to spend this offseason. And the Rams also have 2 first-round draft picks that they can use this offseason. So Matthew Stafford got to say, man, we got a better chance in winning next year than we did this year. And they probably go all in knowing that next year is probably his last run. They probably go all in. So he's going to be on a very good football team next year and have a real legitimate chance to win a championship. So I think that pushed it forward. But we wouldn't have Harbaugh. We wouldn't have the future secure. You probably would have enjoyed and felt great because you didn't have a losing season. But you wouldn't have Jackson Dart. And Jackson Dart still shows his immaturity by doubling down every chance he gets on the way he plays and how he plays. And I just hope that he doesn't have to learn the hard way because him thinking that I don't have to change my game, look where it got me this far. Like I said before, Anthony Richardson said he was an alien, and the Men in Black has kidnapped his ass his entire career. We haven't heard or seen anything meaningful from Anthony Richardson, from the physicality that he had to deal with from the NFL. And Jackson Dart doubling down, not understanding that his best ability is availability, and the fact that he was in the concussion tent 5 times this year just lets me know that, like they say, you play silly games, you get silly results. So you win silly prizes.
I'm at a point now where you obviously need to think toward the future. And when you get to the Friday before the Super Bowl and you consider the teams that are in this game, if you had asked us at the beginning of the year, would this be what we were facing? Of course not. Nobody would have thought that this was the matchup at the beginning of the year.
Not at all.
So it provides hope, and it provides some belief that you can have that quick turnaround if you have a couple of the right pieces in place. Now, I don't expect that a year from now we're going to be talking about Jackson Dart winning the MVP, but it's not outlandish to think he could be much improved and the Giants could have a big turnaround and find themselves in the playoffs.
I guarantee you, if we'd have asked it the second year of Drake May after what we saw the first year, winning 4 games, if he would have been in consideration for the MVP, people would have said no as well.
But think about that for a second, right? Think about how quickly it can change. I don't think we take that into enough consideration.
Because it never changes like that for us.
Yeah.
That's why. So that's us projecting.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Doesn't mean it's not possible.
It doesn't mean it's not possible, but it is us projecting. And that's why, I want to get to Harrison Phillips' comments in a minute from the Jets. I don't know if you saw them.
I did.
And there is some context added to them that we will make sure to add to them so that they're not completely out of nowhere. But it is interesting when you talk about how to set these things up. Not just culture, not just personnel, but exactly the things that need to be into place and how many things have to break your way in order to get to this spot too. Because if you look at it, we talked about New England having the easiest schedule. Bart, they had not just the easiest schedule to get to the Super Bowl. They had the easiest schedule of any team in the NFL since 1999. Think about that. And the team that had that easy schedule, greatest show on turf, Rams.
Yeah. Because they're the last team to go from damn near worst to first. I think that was 1998. They won 4 or 5 games.
Yep.
And then 99, they won, 13?
Yep.
And they had the easiest schedule, and they played So it
was Kurt Warner. It was the greatest show on turf.
And he won 2 MVPs during that time?
He won one.
I think they won 3, and then Marshall won 1.
Yeah.
So it's like the MVP was with them for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But that's usually it's better to be lucky than good. And you have to capitalize on these moments because, sometimes the stars only align once or twice. To believe that,
Kurt Warner did win 2 at the Rams. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 also.
Yes. So it was him, then Marshall, then he won again.
Correct.
The year they lost to the Patriots.
Correct. They had 3 in a row.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, you got to strike when the iron is hot. And you got to take advantage because one thing that Dan Marino taught me is that when you go to the Super Bowl in your second year, there's no guarantees that you're going to get back. I mean, he had a long, lustrous career and was arguably one of the best quarterbacks of his era. And he never got back. Now, damn winning it, he never got back.
Yeah. He thought he was going to be there every year.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you think
and
that?
John Elway, we thought that he was going to be the known for being the biggest choking quarterback. Always something crazy happens and stuff like that to them.
Yep.
You know, he lost 4 in a row, right?
And they were a decent underdog in that game going against the Packers, who had just come off winning one.
Right. He lost 4 in a row.
Yep.
And like later in his career to go back and win back to back.
But he lost 4.
Lost 4, yeah. Lost 4. Crazy. So, yeah, that only happened.
Jim Kelly was the one who lost 4 in a row.
Yeah. They still ain't got back. It's what I love about this game is the fact that somebody's life is going to be changed dramatically. The narrative is going to be changed dramatically for one person. Like if Sam Darnold wins, man, I think is going to vindicate McCagnon, right, for drafting him. But man, it's also going to show you that for all the things that people believed about Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and not Josh Rosen, but Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold's the one that went and got over the hump, that went and got to the promised land. And for all that to be said, you have to start asking yourself, with all the success that Baker Mayfield's had lately with Tampa, with Josh Allen being considered and widely respected, would you rather have all that respect or the MVPs? Would you rather have that Super Bowl title? And and I think it's like what was it, Mr. Destiny? Like if he wins, I think it sends his career in a totally different direction.
Oh yeah.
And maybe possibly he gets to 2 with Seattle. And if he continues to have 14-3 type of seasons or 11-win seasons because that team is young, I mean, they're gonna have to tear that contract up.
Yeah, whether it's this year or next, he's going to get a massive number.
But if he wins, they're definitely going to have to do that.
Yeah.
And they haven't paid in Jigba. They don't have to pay anybody yet. They have a lot of salary cap money.
Yep.
And they'll have an opportunity. He'll have an opportunity to win a couple. Like he'll be in a window for 3 years. Now I know the Rams are going to be there, and that can go either way. But man, we can look up at Sam Darnold, and he's already put together a back-to-back run. If he puts about to the next 3 years, a 5-year run, that's Hall of Fame type of stuff. If he's able to get 2 titles out of this in the next 5 years, and all he has to do is just be okay, and he'll find himself where Eli finds himself, and depending on how his teams do, he may not have to wait as long as – so we talking about Hall of Fame. If he wins a Super Bowl, the confidence and building around him, the money and the opportunity to be on a good team for a long time with a young core, with a young do-it-all coach, he got a chance to be a Hall of Famer. Now, if he loses this, it's going to be like, people will forget, and they'll still put Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen and all those guys above him. But if he keeps playing at this level and putting seasons together, and these guys, Lamar Jackson, be banged up and hurt, and all the reports coming out, and Josh Allen not being able to get over the hump, continue to and things go bad for him because he's under Joe Brady, out of this class, Sam Darnold has an opportunity to be the one that they talk about out of this class.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app, also on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Let's roll. 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player in the big game to score the first touchdown, but his teammate scores instead. With BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the big game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. Keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line with BetMGM's Second Chance. Try a first TD scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds.
Hey, it's Michael K. I love when I get to talk about PC Richard & Son. This has been my go-to store for years now. They're local, they're family-owned, and they truly care about their customers. And you know I love to support our local businesses. Always have, and you should too. During their President's Day sale, save big on appliances from all the top brands, up to 40% off. In fact, the more you buy, the more you save, with up to $1,000 in additional savings on qualifying appliances. So do what I do and get to PC Richard & Son today. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
The big game is here, and now you can trade football in all 50 states on Kalshi. New England is currently trading at 34% to beat Seattle. That means a $100 trade pays out $303 with a win. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the odds change, you can buy in and out of your position all game long. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code BIGGAME to get $10 when you trade 100. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
For 100 days, I'm going to cross the 7 continents because the answers to everything important are out there at the edges of our world. I'm stepping into the unknown. Where are we going? To see our planet
This is amazing.
As it's never been seen before. From pole to pole.
Pole to Pole with Will Smith from National Geographic. Now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Show me the way.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
March the 20th of 2026, there's one place to be. And that place is Pickleball Heaven. Pickleball Heaven. It's a pickleball facility, massive facility in Medford, New York. We're going to do the show there that day from 6 to 10. Then there's a tournament. And then after we win the tournament, Rick, we'll stay and watch some basketball with the people. Now, the worst part of all this is the name. Listen, I got to participate in Rickleball Madness. What do you want from me?
You're a teammate of Rickleball.
Yeah, right. You're part of the event. You're the co-headliner. If my name was Dave Pickleball, it would still be Rickleball Madness.
I think that's accurate.
I don't want this kind of pressure. I would prefer it be named after you.
No, you don't. You want all the shine.
No, I don't. Call whatever you want.
Dave's Pickleball Extravaganza.
Sorry, Dave. We're still calling it Rickleball Madness. And it's Friday, March 20th at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. More details coming soon with DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York.
Didn't know if you were going to jump in there or not. I can never tell.
Don't know this one.
Okay. Well, you know, your head started moving.
This is like some straight New York hip-hop stuff, you know what I mean? You can always tell a New York rapper.
Here's what's amazing. I am not at all what I would call literate in enough of hip-hop and rap. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I'm not, I can't tell you what goes on and stuff. I can hear it in the sound there, though.
Yeah.
I hear exactly what you're talking about.
That hardcore
It's got like a
East Coast grunge.
grittier kind of feel to it. Yeah, I got it.
You sure that wasn't Max Kellerman? He was B-Rabbit.
That's right. He was a rabbit, or a rapper, wasn't he?
Yeah, B. Gerbil.
Yeah. He also, Muhammad Kellerman was what he called himself. Remember that? You sure you want to go all 12 rounds every day with Muhammad Kellerman? Yeah. I think Stephen A. did okay, Max. Just from what I can tell, I think he's all right. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. This is a comment yesterday from Roundtable Sports. It is from Harrison Phillips of the Jets. And this is speaking to everything that Aaron Glenn had to deal with this year and what it was like coming into the building. Not what it was like coming into the building this year, but what the challenges were.
I haven't played for forever, but I've played for a handful of years now and understand that somehow, some way, culture matters. And you can't put 5 wins, 10 wins, 3 wins, whatever it is, that doing it with people that you care about, it helps correlate to winning games. And so if I had a connected football team, I would take that over a talented football team that wasn't connected. I think AG inherited a very cancerous, truculent group. Top to bottom, it's not individual people's fault. I was there for one season. It was a very difficult season. And I almost wanted to waver on some of my thoughts and my beliefs and my optimism. And so I can't imagine being there for year after year after year after year and not seeing the results that you wanted. It hated people because my coach is going to get fired, my teammate's going to get fired, I'm going to be a free agent, I might get fired, I got to play for me, I got to make sure that my tape's hot regardless of what the system is asking me to do or the scheme's telling me to do. And then young players come in and see, oh, that's my vet and that's how they're acting, so I'm going to act like that too. And so it's a long chain of things and it can't be fixed like that. I think AG's mindset of any coach I've been around to deal what we had to deal with this season, to be as consistent as he was to us through that whole thing, was super cool to see. And I think that consistency, making the jump from year 1 to year 2 as a head football coach, more of his people in the building, more of his thumbprint on the culture, I think we have to win more games.
Okay, so I'm just going to provide this from Brian Costello to make sure that we have the proper context in what he said after the fact. I caught up with Harrison Phillips here in San Francisco. He wanted to make clear he was saying the mindset of same old Jets is cancerous and was not criticizing individuals. He felt when Jets started losing, they slipped into same old Jets. That's a cancerous thought to have. Okay, so that's not exactly what he said at the beginning, but there are two things to take out of this. This is a guy whose opinion I value because I think he's a pretty good player, and I think we saw he had a pretty good impact on them. Fair?
Stand-up guy.
Stand-up guy. Okay. What is your takeaway when you hear what he had to say about it?
I mean, this is what we've been saying for a long time when we talked about Quinnen Williams. Like, man, he's just been around so much losing, and, maybe he just needs a fresh start. Like, it wears on you because you're playing at a high level, but the results aren't there. You're putting the work in, but the results aren't there, right? And it wears on you. And he said he's only been here a year, and his thought process and his professionalism, his joy was starting to waver, and he checked himself. But just imagine having to live with that for 7 or 8 years, or being Sauce, or being Breece Hall, or being Garrett Wilson. What made Garrett Wilson deal with it and stay on board was the money, like generational $100 million money, right? And that's what Sauce was getting as well. But even with Quinnen, it was wearing on him. Like, man, is this really worth it? Because what a guy like Quinnen is dealing with that maybe Breece isn't dealing with is his football mortality. The fact that, man, I've been here 7 years, 4 years, or 3 years longer than these guys, man, I may only have 3 more good years left in me. Where guys like Garrett is like, I'm in my 3rd year. Man, I got 7 years. That's a big difference in football. Like, 2 or 3 years more or longer is a lot. So he didn't say anything that was earth-shattering to me. I think it was very introspective. I think it was, very well thought out. And I think it's something that any mature person, even in any profession, would understand that, hey, like when you're losing culture, in any industry, and you keep saying like, man, no matter what we do, we can't figure it out. We keep losing. It starts to wear on you, where people that come in from outside and they haven't experienced it are always optimistic because they don't know what it feels like. They think, oh, no, you tripping. It can change. And so AG inherited that. So what you do is you either change coaches, which they already did, and they're doing currently as far as the defense coordinator, the offense coordinator, or you change players, which they did. They got rid of some of the guys that maybe it was wearing on, and took advantage where they could with Sauce. Michael Carter, gone, right? He had been here a long time, right? Longer than Sauce. Or a little longer than Sauce, right? Sauce, gone. Quinnen, gone, right? So now you hope you can get some young guys that say, hey, man, remember how excited Garrett, Jermaine Johnson, and all these guys were saying, hey, we're going to be the group that turned it around? And now you see the pain and the adversity and all the tough seasons on Brees when he talks to the media. And how they're going to fix that? By giving them money. That's the only thing that makes you get that optimism, right? I can remember San Francisco and Vernon Davis, how bad his careers were until he got to the end of his career. Imagine a guy like Sam Darnold thinking that it can never change. Sometimes we can become victims of our own thoughts. And that's what Phillips was talking about. It's just a lot of guys, and it's a trickle-down effect. Like, man, we losing. Oh, man, somebody going to get fired. Maybe they ain't going to get retained. Maybe they going to say my play ain't good enough to warrant. And you look at that with a guy like Quincy, right? Like, man, so, like, where he just came, when he came back, when he got criticized, got benched, like, man, I'm out for myself. Let me make sure I put on great film because I know they might be wanting to get rid of my ass. And then now you got a young guy come in like, man, these some selfish ass. Like, this might be a play where you're supposed to take on the pulling guard and do that, and all of a sudden you avoiding the pulling guard trying to go make the tackle. Well, that ain't what you're really supposed to do. Like, it's your turn to sacrifice for the team, but you're trying to get stats instead of trying to sacrifice. And it becomes a trickle-down effect because then the young guys don't have the professional habits yet because they're not professionals. They just got here. So they're learning from the culture and from the people that they watch about what it's like to be in NFL. So you think about all that rookie class, like, man, hold up, man. These dudes, man, this ain't no team. Like, man, I got to get mine. I guess this is what you do in the league. And then it's just a trickle-down effect. So that's what he was saying. And I applaud him because that's exactly what the truth is. Me being a veteran, sometimes making that assessments myself when I was on teams, very, very rarely I was on teams that lost. So it was never a losing culture.
I mean, I think it's an excellent explanation as to what goes on. And I'm not going to lie. It gives me a little bit more hope. Because in talking to some people around the building, I get the impression, like, we can look at what happened in New England this year, right, and their massive turnaround. Well, they had a coach who had been a coach before and understood things. There wasn't much of a learning curve, right? Understood that building, but more importantly,
he's
understood
played before, though, too. But he understands from being a player as well.
Right, and had a young quarterback in place. What did he do? He immediately made sure Josh McDaniels was his offensive coordinator, understanding the role that he can play. So this was a learning curve situation for AG. Not just the coaches and everything that's turned into, we could say it turned into a mess. Okay. What we see right now is maybe he's figuring out through that learning curve, and year two would be a lot different.
Because every situation is different. A struggling team with a bad culture over here isn't the same as a struggling team and a culture over there, right? Look how quickly Joe Burrow was able to turn around the Bengals, a.k.a. the Bungles, right? So sometimes you can just bring good players in and they change it for you, or sometimes you got to get rid of bad players that just they have no choice but to remember the past.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and the ESPN New York app.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is making every moment of Super Bowl 60 count with DraftKings Live Millions, featuring over $5 million in prizes. Here's how it works. Open the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, and get your promo token. Place a live bet of $1 or more on the Super Bowl, and you're in. And every live bet means another shot to win. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet live for your share of $5 million in prizes with code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY and 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Minimum odds minus 500. Prizes either bonus bets or single use 20% profit boost. Max bet $20 that expire in 30 days. See official rules at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos for entry period and free method of entry. Sponsored by Crown Gaming Inc.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Hi, I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. You know what's interesting about the words personal injury? The first word is person. And at D'Agostino & Associates, that word means everything. That's because I handpick every person in our firm, from the pleasant professional person who answers your call to the experienced person litigating your case in court. Because every person in my firm is an extension of me, and the only way to exceed our clients' expectations is to deliver the highest level of personal service every single time. And that starts with hiring the right people. You see, we know that every client is a person too, someone going through the toughest time in their lives and deserves to be more than just a file number. At D'Agostino & Associates, we put the person back in personal injury. So call 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222 and ask for me, John D'Agostino. And let's talk about your case, person to person. D'Agostino, law, bite back.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Yes, it's 11 o'clock on Bart Carlin on ESPN New York. The phone lines are lit up at 800-919-3776. I want to begin the hour with just those calls. In just a little bit, we have got so much to get to today. We got the frenzy of football as opposed to the football frenzy crap that the guys in the morning do. That's garbage. We'll get to that. We've got Canty coming up at noon. We've got plenty of Pistons Knicks talk to get to this hour as well, but I do want to get the fans in because they have been waiting. You can also get your comments in over on the live YouTube chat on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Go there, subscribe, like the channel, watch the whole deal. A lot of people asking, KJ Jamber, Chris, please ask Bart if he's ready for this whooping he's about to get tonight.
Like Nielsen and Taken, good luck.
That's another movie that when it's on, I will not turn it off.
You don't remember me, did you?
It doesn't matter how many times I've seen it. I will not turn it off.
That and for me, what's the one with Denzel? He like the little superhero and stuff like that.
Not Training Day.
No, the 3 ones. It's 3 of them.
I don't know that one.
I can't think of it. Execute. Start with
the Equalizer?
Equalizer?
Yeah,
I've never seen that one.
Oh.
Is that he's a cab driver in that one?
No, he's not a cab driver. He's a former somebody.
Okay.
And he's living a regular life. And they spark him.
Okay.
And he turns to like John Wick, basically.
Yeah, I think I've seen clips of that.
He's a 30% body fat John Wick. Like, man, how this dude in these damn Wranglers doing all this stuff, man? And he set his clock, 1,000, 1,000.
I don't know if I shared this with you or not. Jason Benetti is a broadcaster for Fox.
Uh-huh.
And I saw him about 2 months ago. And like you say, 30% body fat. And I'm thinking, all right, where's the 50% body fat superhero? And so he and I are talking. He's about to get ready to do Rutgers-Purdue. And his stage manager comes over, and I mentioned that I had to go to Memphis coming up. And he said, and the stage manager just says, you know, I was just in Memphis. It's unbelievable. I saw 2 fire trucks get into a massive car accident.
What?
Yeah. 2 fire trucks get into a massive accident. And without skipping a beat, Jason says, well, who did they call then? Because the fire trucks are going. Yeah. And it's like 2 fire trucks, and it becomes the third responders.
Right.
And the third responders, we decided, are basically like some fat guys playing cards, waiting for the phone to ring. And coming up with all different taglines, like we don't go out if it's below freezing.
What's the new Marvels thing? The Uncrustables or something like that.
Exactly. It's the superheroes who shouldn't be superheroes.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
The Thunderbolts.
It's Bart Carlin. Let's do it. We'll begin with our guy Ira in Staten Island to begin today. Ira, what's going on? How are you?
Hey, all good. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Bart.
Ira, did anything of what we just said and what we saw from Harrison Phillips make you feel any better?
A little bit. I mean, I think he spoke the truth. He told it the way it is on both ends, negative and positive. And I tell you, if anything, I think the Frank Wright hire, and Bart knows this all well, I think bringing Dunbar was a huge move for Aaron Glenn. So they're starting to get some professional coaches on the staff, and hopefully they could turn this thing around. So, yeah, I do take it as a positive. And getting to the Super Bowl, Chris, you're spot on. I think Seattle wins this game. I think they're the better talented team. Donald, I think I wish him the best. I think he's going to win this game. I hope he's holding up an MVP. Well, quarterbacks, we talked about that. I hope he's holding up a Super Bowl trophy. But there's one thing you got to be careful with the Patriots. Even though you might make the argument that they did have a little bit of a soft landing, accomplishing getting to the Super Bowl, I do believe they have the coaching advantage because Bart knows it too, playing the Patriots with Belichick. They're still the same team. You make a mistake, you got to pay for it. And it happened in Denver, and they took advantage of that. And Vrabel pretty much took the same kind of combination up there, and he's making the most out of the talent with a very good quarterback. And if you're going to make mistakes, you're going to lose. That's the way it works.
Yeah, but they had Tom Brady, who can take advantage of those moments. So I think it's a little bit different because I wouldn't say that Drake May is there yet. It's going to be interesting. I think one of the big keys is going to be Drake May's legs. What happens when, you talk about, the Seahawks only gave up more than 22 points to 2 opponents this year. I think it was Tampa, and I think, of course, it was the Rams.
Yep.
So outside of that, they haven't given. So like this got to probably be a low scoring game or have to be a low scoring game because like McDonald, like you can say the coaching advantage is there, but on the defensive side, McDonald has had a number 1 defense in Baltimore, and look what he's doing, in his short run in 2 years in Seattle. So I don't know if I give them the coaching advantage. They have the coaching experience when you think about the fact that, this is Josh McDaniels' 6th Super Bowl. But on the other side, I mean, you got the who's the guy from Milton in the inside? You got Carlton Davis. But on the other side, you still have Cooper Kupp, who can settle everything down, and you also have Ernest Jones, who's won a Super Bowl. So it's equal that way too.
One of the props that Joe was talking about yesterday when we had Joe Fortenbaugh on was most rushing yards in the game. The 3 favorites, Kenneth Walker is minus 180. Ramondre Stevenson is plus 260. Drake May at plus 600. Joe liked that Drake May at plus 600 as kind of a flyer to take.
They always give a quarterback, if you win and he plays okay, he makes a big play with his legs to get a first down or something like that.
But it's not to win MVP. It's just to have the most rushing yards in the game.
Yeah, because like both of these teams can stop the run. And, you know, Seattle, if Charbonnet was there, I would say yeah, because then they just can throw big backs that's different there. We don't know who's going to get the ball, Ramondre Stevenson's or Henderson. Didn't Henderson have a bit of a didn't Stevenson have a bit of a fumbling problem a little bit this year or no?
Travion Henderson?
No, it was Stevenson that had the fumbling issue.
Henderson is only like if you're picking between those two guys, Henderson's plus 2,000. In other words, 20-1 to have the most rushing yards in the game. He can bust
he
one
can do
at
that
any
one.
minute.
Yeah, he can do that in one. He's the most explosive guy that they have. He can, but he has 4 touchdowns this year, over 50 yards or 3,
something like that. Yeah,
yeah.
He can bust it in at any single point. How about Billy in the truck next on ESPN New York? Billy, what's going on, bud? How are you?
Hey, what's up, guys? Getting all my Super Bowl snacks, all my appetizers.
All right, what's the go-to here?
Ready.
I mean, I know this is stuff we talk about all the time leading up to the Super Bowl, but I am curious today what your go-tos are here for anybody that chimes in.
Well, I know you won't got no problem talking about food, but neither do I. But we got some mini glizzies going, some pigs in a blanket.
Okay, that's solid.
My mom makes this crab dip. Doing that with some pita chips, and then just a bunch of other finger picking stuff. Maybe a little charcuterie board.
Okay, now mini glizzies are they? They're not boiled, are they? I mean, it's not like I'm getting a hot dog on the corner in New York. Are they barbecued or are they like cooked in a pan in butter?
No, they're gonna I forget which ones there are, but they're like the
pigs in a blanket.
With the Pillsbury, like the Pillsbury dough wrap.
I love
ones.
those.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said you had glizzies and pigs in a blanket. Okay, my bad.
No.
Yeah, well, I was saying that as both, but
anyway, what else?
Anyway, for the Patriots, I mean, look, I know you can only play who's in front of you and all this and that, but I've been seeing on social media a lot of these Patriots fans, all the dynasties back, the new Vrabel dynasty, or and it's you just I don't know, you just can't you just can't say all that yet.
Yeah, he's been sacked more than anybody. He's been sacked more than anybody. I think 27 times in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like
and the run that they had, like it's just so upsetting that you just couldn't see like a real legit matchup. You got Stroud turned the ball over 5 times to them. You got a backup. I really would have loved to see that championship game go to OT. I was screaming at the TV when he didn't kick the field goal, and I didn't even know about the snow at the time.
Yeah, and the fact that Herbert didn't have his tackles.
Listen, when you're in this position now, and those are the kind of numbers that they are with Drake, that's what I really find alarming. I really find that alarming. I can give you all the reasons why I might be wrong on this, which I tried to do earlier before you got here, just kind of laying out like some of the greatest teams of all time, and I'm certainly not calling the Patriots that, but some of the greatest teams of all time, we don't ever consider what their road was there, and their schedule was ridiculously easy.
Mainly the Patriots.
Patriots in 2016 were one. Another one was, but the 99 Rams. Does anybody ever talk about that? Anybody ever talk, like when we talk about the Dolphins in 72, the only thing we ever talk about is, well, they played 2 fewer games, but that's it.
Yeah, listen, nobody remembers what football was like pre-HD.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the no-D Super Bowl. you don't even watch them in
non-D,
replay.
Not 2D, not 3D, 0D.
None-D.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Give me a little Samuel here. They're going to hit me with that. What do you got?
Yeah. You wouldn't sit out the whole season with a bad knee and just hope it gets better, right? So why do that in real life? If you suffer from back pain, neck pain, sciatica, or you're just slowing down, you need to get in the game. Get in the real game. That's Dr. J. Shaw. By calling Dr. J. Shaw Samuel Payne, he's Ivy League trained, double board certified, no surgery, no meds. Just precise, non-surgical treatments designed to get you moving again. Same-day or next-day appointments are available, Most major insurances are accepted. Go to soundwellpaying.com to get back in the game and do it the right way.
Let's hit Gilberto in the truck next. ESPN New York. Gilberto!
My brothers. Big C. What's up, Bart and Tom in the background, producing everything. Got to shout out everybody. One, I'm glad that my man finally made a Super Bowl. Maybe he can get rid of this, I'm hearing ghost thing. Because, Bart, let me ask you a question, man. You've been around many quarterbacks.
Yeah.
That's the first time you hear I see ghosts or I hear ghosts. When I see people, rookies playing sometimes, I see them throwing balls away when nobody's even near them. So they're hearing ghosts too.
It's just the fact that he said it, but that's something I'm sure that's him in a moment of honesty. He didn't. It is not like he said it in a press conference. I see ghosts. He's going over. He's kind of communicating with people like, man, I'm seeing ghosts, man. I'm doing too much. I'm seeing too much. I'm overanalyzing. I just need to let it rip.
He just happened to be mic'd up that
right,
night.
exactly. And you forget sometimes. And of
how
course,
many other guys have said that?
Of course, they wouldn't edit that, right? Because they want to use this as an opportunity to kind of stick it to the Jets. Most people wouldn't air something like that. That's negative. That became basically a folk hero type of stuff.
So let me ask you this next question. When Harrison said what he said, was he directing or pointing fingers at the coaching staff?
No.
Or the players that weren't given a bleep for just getting theirs, meaning their money, showing up for the games? You know what I'm saying?
No, I think he was just speaking.
Thoughts about that.
I think he was just speaking about the chain effect that happens with losing. Those that have been here and have been losing, I forgot the coach that said it, like winning is a habit, unfortunately losing is too.
Yeah.
So then what happens is, what he was saying is that he also almost succumbed to it because it got bad losing that many games. But, he's only been here a year. So he understands how hard it was for guys who have been there longer, how they must feel and how it manifested itself in their body language, the way they showed up to work, the way they approached the fact that they were trying to make sure that they take care of themselves and make sure that they know that somebody, because they've been here. So this is their third coach. So they know that guys are getting fired. That's usually what happens. So like, man, hold up, man. So let me take care of myself, which that trickles down to a culture that makes the young guys that don't know nothing about football. That's my vets. I'm learning from my vets. This is the NFL. Because this is the only thing that they know. So it's just a chain effect. It's just a chain reaction.
All right, so a couple things here I want to get in on the comments. Number one, Black Metronome checking in. He loved Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts was a good movie. So on that one.
I just like the singer. I want to see more of him because he's supposed to be one of the more powerful ones. And then also the fact that the baby could be born from Fantastic and it could be something to do with Doctor Strange. It's getting real juicy right now. They're setting it up. They went away for a couple of years after they killed Thanos or whatever that was. But now they've been gearing up for the last 2 years for the next run.
Arturo, Suicide Squad. Love that.
Yeah, listen, I did like that.
I actually did see that
John
one.
Cena,
I did see that one, and I did like it.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, they couldn't keep people together because I forgot Idris Elba was the guy that shoot everything first, but he replaced Will Smith.
He was in the second one?
Yeah,
what was it, Deadshot or something like that?
Yeah. But he replaced Will Smith.
Will Smith I saw the first one with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. A couple of others. Arturo on food, doing carne asada, fajita, chicken fajita, ribs, bacon-wrapped jalapenos.
Spicy with sweet?
Yeah.
Is it any cheese in between there, or he just wrapping it?
I think you put it in, and also some pico de gallo, various salsa and corn tortillas and chips. I love pico de gallo. Oh.
Make fresh salsa, like when you cut up the cilantro and stuff yourself. It's always better than going to buy it.
I'd take a bath in pico de gallo. That's a clip.
But what type?
Mark that.
But what type of tortilla chips are you eating it with?
I'm not.
Do you switch it up like with like the corn chips and then the flour chips, or
I usually like the plain Tostitos are fine for me. I don't like the ones with the.
Are they the scoops?
I don't like the scoops because the scoops, you take a bite the wrong way, that could cut the top of your mouth.
Now, if you grew up eating King Vitamin,
exactly.
you built for that.
You got all the calluses on the top of your mouth.
Built for that.
800-919-3776. D in Queens. What's up, D? What do you got?
Listen, the common denominator is Woody, and I don't care how much you try to defend him. What's the name? Bart. Bill Belichick's not a Hall of Famer if he doesn't get off that treadmill. He looked around, was like, something stinks. I'm out.
Okay.
And that's the common denominator. That is the common denominator.
Well, Bill Belichick's not a Hall of Famer yet anyway, but yeah.
Well, Woody was
like, he will be. He will be. Robert Saleh took a sneeze and got a new job because, and what was to say? Oh, you were at the Jets. It's not that bad. We understand.
Woody
denominator.
Woody Johnson was also the common denominator when the team had that brief period of success for 3 years. One with Brett Favre and two under Rex.
Well, okay, but think about it. He's owned the team for how many years? How successful have they been over that year? 3 years.
Did he own them in 97 when they went to the AFC Championship? No. Or did Hess own them? Okay.
No. That was Bill Parcells. And a lot of that sense was the residuals of Bill Parcells. Yeah. Because, what's the name? A lot of the team, a lot of the GM was the residuals of Bill Parcells. When all that went away and it was all Woody,
he's put together good teams.
15 years, bro. It's been 15 years.
I will put more on the general managers when now we're doing the owner. Woody's done everything that you asked him to do. He's built a great facility to attract free agents. You guys wanted Le'Veon Bell, he got you Le'Veon Bell. You guys wanted Devontae Adams, he got Devontae Adams. You wanted you wanted Nnamdi, couldn't get him, got you Cromartie. You wanted Aaron Rodgers, he got you Aaron Rodgers. Like, the things that he's done and the coaches that he's picked, you can, outside of Adam Gase, like Robert Saleh was the same way he was the hot guy before, he was a hot guy when Woody landed him. And Aaron Glenn was a hot pick too. So it's not like every move that he's made, you guys haven't shown me the move that you would have made that was opposite of what he did.
The problem is you cannot knock him on the Aaron Glenn thing because Aaron Glenn had a few different job offers. It's hard to do it on that. If you want to point to Woody Johnson and say
Joe Douglas, everybody wanted Joe Douglas. He got him a year early.
Yes, that was actually
he fired a guy in the mid
right after the draft.
Right after the draft.
Yeah,
and got you the executive that everybody coveted. Everybody thought was a rising star. So what move did he make that you would have criticized? Everybody's been Monday morning quarterback.
Now listen, I'll criticize Woody as much as anybody. The one thing he did on that front that you're talking about, Joe Douglas knew he was about to be a very hot commodity on the market, and he turned the Jets down twice. And they went the extra mile and gave him 6 years on the contract. I love Joe.
And got him early.
He got 6 years out of it.
Yeah.
And this is unfortunately where they are. And what happened? Joe missed on the quarterback, and everything else seemingly did a pretty good job.
He built a top-notch practice facility. State of the art.
But the problem now is, like, when you see what those player grades are that come out about the ownership and about all that stuff,
I get it.
You gotta pay more attention to that as opposed to pointing the finger.
But
at
you also have to be critical of the disgruntled employee.
Here's the one thing:
when you play bad and guys get axed and you're having a losing season, everybody's in a grumpy mood. I wonder if those grades would have been the same because, as I know Woody Johnson, guess what the players eat? Grass-fed beef from Kansas City, a farm. They ain't eating no steroid food. They eating top-notch food.
The problem becomes when you get stories like we got last year, and whether or not it's reality, the perception becomes the reality. And that's where the negativity comes from.
What, his son,
well,
rating stuff?
It's the son. It's he wanted to do this, he wanted to do that, and, has to be talked out of all these things. And how involved he is for somebody that's not a football person, and that bothers people. The problem is, you can't tell an owner what to do with his team.
Is Steve Bisciotti a football person?
But Steve Bisciotti sits there and lets his people do their work. And it's worked for a long time because he had the right people in place.
Right.
You got to find the right people.
But that's
whatever he's done to find the right people has not worked.
But that's a shot in the dark. we just said that he hired Joe Douglas, which everybody thought was the right person.
Yeah. And Aaron Glenn.
And he did great, except for one move, the quarterback.
Yep.
If you'd have made all those other moves would have been bad, and he got the quarterback, we wouldn't even be having a conversation.
And why does Joe Shane still have a job? Because of the quarterback. That's it. He's been terrible.
Why does Brandon Beane have a job?
Because of the quarterback. ESPN is proud to introduce The Handoff, a special 24-hour football event. It takes you direct from Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara to SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, the home of Super Bowl 61. Coming to ESPN, ABC, and the Walt Disney Company in February 2027. The Handoff kicks off with SportsCenter and SVP on February 8th. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York.
It's a battle of the Big East's best at MSG as 22nd ranked St. John's looks to hand 3rd ranked UConn its first conference loss of the year. Coverage begins today at 7:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
The final football Friday. As we've said all week, it's the last call for football, and FanDuel's giving you a profit boost, all right? A daily profit boost every day leading up to the big game. Today's 30% profit boost is first quarter markets, alt passing, receiving, and rushing yards. I've told you I like Stephon Diggs and Jackson Smith-Njigba to get going early in this one. All you have to do is opt in each day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. So whether you're looking in early lines, riding your favorite props, or taking one last swing before the final whistle, FanDuel's giving everyone something extra to cheer for during football's final week. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for all with a gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, it's Michael K. I love when I get to talk about PC Richard & Son. This has been my go-to store for years now. They're local, they're family-owned, and they truly care about their customers. And you know, I love to support our local businesses. Always have, and you should too. During their President's Day sale, save big on appliances from all the top brands, up to 40% off. In fact, the more you buy, the more you save, with up to $1,000 in additional savings on qualifying appliances. So do what I do and get to PC Richard & Son today. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
The big game is here, and now you can trade football in all 50 states on Kalshi. New England is currently trading at 34% to beat Seattle. That means a $100 trade pays out $303 with a win. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the odds change, you can buy in and out of your position all game long. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code BIGGAME to get $10 when you trade 100. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-880-1212. That's 800-880-1212. Again, that's 800-880-1212.
March the 20th of 2026, there's one place to be. And that place is Pickleball Heaven. Pickleball Heaven. It's a pickleball facility, massive facility in Medford, New York. We're going to do the show there that day from 6 to 10. Then there's a tournament. And then after we win the tournament, Rick, we'll stay and watch some basketball with the people. Now, the worst part of all this is the name. Listen, I got to participate in Rickleball Madness. What do you want from me?
You're a teammate of Rickleball.
Yeah, right. You're part of the event. You're the co-headliner. If my name was Dave Pickleball, it would still be Rickleball Madness.
I think that's accurate.
I don't want this kind of pressure. I would prefer it be named after you.
No, you don't. You want all the shine.
No, I don't. Call whatever you want.
Dave's Pickleball Extravaganza.
Sorry, Dave. We're still calling it Rickleball Madness. And it's Friday, March 20th at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. More details coming soon with DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York.
Fired up for this. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. It does not get any more New York than this. Wild Turkey Bourbon is giving you the chance to score the ultimate New York game day. One lucky winner scores a pair of tickets to opening day in the Bronx and New York's Knicks tickets, both Friday, April 3rd. 2 games, 1 epic day, no compromises. That's pretty cool to be able to do that. Like, I don't remember many times when you're able to put those kind of things together and have those kind of big days. To enter, find the contest tile at the ESPN New York app, submit your entry, or sign up in person at select Wild Turkey events happening around the city, including at our Knicks Pistons watch party coming up in just 2 weeks, February the 19th.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
2 ass kickings in 2 weeks.
It is brought to you
Can't wait.
by Wild Turkey Bourbon. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy Wild Turkey responsibly. To that point, 1 hour from now, I wanted to keep you in check a little bit today. Because we're going to talk here about the Pistons next.
Keep me in check.
Just a little bit. Because 1 hour from now, I needed somebody to be able to just put you in your place when it comes to the Pistons.
All right.
From the Knicks side.
Okay.
And we have secured that. One of the biggest Knicks fans on the planet and on social media, CP the Franchise, is going to join us 1 hour from now. And I might just sit back and watch.
You did say fan, right? Not family. Because I'm family.
Why is it family for you and fan for him?
Because he's a fan of the Knicks. I'm family to the Pistons.
Who are you family to in the Pistons?
What do you mean?
Like, who is your family member of the Pistons? Was Rick Mahorn your uncle? Did I miss something?
Isaiah Thomas is my godfather.
Oh, geez, your godfather.
Want me to call my godfather?
I know you can call Isaiah and get him on the phone at any point.
Want me to call Joey D?
Who?
Joe Dumars.
Oh, Joe Dumars? Okay, that's fine.
Well, up until
that
last
doesn't mean
week,
your family.
Up until last week, Ivy, teammate, was his dad. He in Chicago now, so I can't use that plug. But yeah, fan versus family. Yeah, good luck.
I don't get exactly how you call yourself family, but that's fine. Anyway, Pistons lost last night. They lost to the Wizards.
Playing with our food.
Honestly, who cares? That's basically what
we lost. People don't realize that Washington playing the Wizards is equivalent to going to South Beach.
Oh, CP just texted and said, I got smoke.
Listen, I'll run up there. What's that thing that they have inside of the cigar bar? That sucks. Yeah, I'm a humidor. No, that sucks all the smoke, takes all the smoke out the room.
God, the things that you come up with are just mind.
You know what I'm talking about, Ray. You smoke. You be stressed out.
Wow. Ray, have you ever seen anybody describe themselves as a humidor?
Never before.
No, not the humidor. What's the thing that brings the smoke through? That blows the smoke
takes
out.
It all out of the room?
An exhaust fan?
Yeah.
It's an exhaust fan.
Yeah, but what's the name for it? It's specific for cigars. It's got to be something fancy.
Cigar exhaust fan?
Well, whatever it is, I'm that. I take your smoke and I move your smoke.
Well, he's going to join us a little under an hour from now. Listen, the Knicks are obviously rolling right now. I am excited for this. It's not just because it's the Pistons, but it's because I don't believe that, personally, that there's anybody else who is going to provide as big of a challenge in the Eastern Conference to the Knicks than the Pistons. And I right now, if you had to make me choose, I would take the Pistons in a series. I'm not sure the Knicks can beat them, but I am very curious to see what this looks like tonight.
We have to see what Alvarado looks like and what element he adds.
I don't know. Is
he's
going to play tonight?
No, not tonight. I'm just saying in general. Yeah. I think the Knicks made it tougher because Alvarado is exactly what the doctor ordered. Somebody that's going to play Patrick Beverley type of energy, but Patrick Beverley type of on-the-ball defense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know how much that matters when our point guard is 6'6", but it should help you against other teams.
I just went and looked to see if anybody didn't play for you last night. I didn't see any DNP coaches.
Bro, I told you what DC is about. We were looking past them, and we were enjoying all the things that DC has to offer.
Except the game was in Detroit.
Well, their cheerleaders were there. Close enough.
Anyway, point is there a matchup in this game that in particular catches your attention that you feel like,
always,
all right, we got this now?
Always. I mean, you got the whiner in chief in Karl Anthony Towns. Now he got a break last year. He felt what it was like the first game when he had to deal with Stu Beef. But he got to deal with Stu Beef, and Duren has turned the corner. He's an all-star.
Duren has definitely turned the corner. I mean, he's an all-star for Pete's.
Right. And so, like, you talk about Cat getting in foul trouble. Let him deal with that real grown-ass man. Listen, I haven't seen a body.
Duren only played 13 minutes last night.
Right. You're resting him up for today. I haven't seen a body like Duren since Orlando Woolrich and Buck Williams. Like, that's a grown-ass. This dude is thick as hell.
Those were some big dudes.
This dude is thick as hell. And, like, Cat got one Band-Aid last night. He might have his face in a face cast tonight after Stu Beef hit him. Like, we got 8 hard-ass fouls for him. 8 of them. Hard fouls. We gonna test that toughness. You think he looked weak with that little weak-ass Band-Aid on? Ooh-wee. When he get them 2 alpha males out there with their like King Kong looking like Rampage out there on the Rampage show.
You basically want to make sure that by the end of the night, Cat is wearing one of those see-through plastic masks.
Exactly.
Because he's gotten popped in the nose 3 times.
Exactly. And I want to see him come out with one of them T-shirts that Carmelo used to have with the pads on the elbows and the chest and the sternum, because he took 2 blows to the chest. You know he's going to be whining. And you know what Stu B going to say? Shut up. Say
it's funny.
My face.
2 days ago, I'm the one who's sitting here saying how soft Cat is, and you're defending him to no end, and now you are just relying on the fact that he's ridiculously soft.
Outside of Jokic, maybe Draymond Green, can't nobody punk nobody like the Pistons. Like, Stu Beef got smoked. He is the dreaded version of Dylan Brooks. He's a bigger version. Like, you don't want no smoke with him. He ain't afraid of no. He tried to whoop the King ass. This dude was bleeding and tried to run through the back and come out the other side to whoop LeBron James. He would have got kicked out the league, but he didn't care. You think he worried about Cat?
I didn't say he would be.
You think he ain't ready for Cat?
No, I'm saying
you think they ain't going to set the tone with Cat?
But you were the one who was defending Cat 2 days ago, and now you're talking about he's softer than Sharman.
When it comes to those two. Like, anybody would be afraid of that guy. Like, man, did you see what Duren looked like, man? He's like a football player.
You don't have to convince me on any of this.
I don't even know where he's from, but I guarantee it's the South.
Have we gone through the $20 that Bart put in here already?
He's from Slapgoat, Mississippi.
I think another 20 may need to be thrown in pretty soon.
Slapgoat, Mississippi.
That's where Duren from, Slapgoat, Mississippi. Got the name from smacking the hell out of goats. That's why they got spicy feta cheese. They smack the hell out of them goats. Spicy.
He was born in Sharon Hill, Pennsylvania.
Where's Slapgoat, Mississippi?
He was in the deep hills. He was in deep hills of Pennsylvania. What part of Pennsylvania is that?
He moved to Slapgoat.
He's out there with
He's out Newcastle, Delaware.
He a black Amish dude.
I'll tell you this. Newcastle's not exactly a fun place.
He's a black Amish dude.
There's
dude
a lot
grew up
of,
with no TV.
A lot of the comments coming in right now.
Sharon Hill near Philly.
Guess how the fields was plowed. He plowed them. Need no mule. Had no damn cactus. What's the farm equipment? John Deere. He was the deer.
Why do I have an image tonight of Bart? You should do this. Of Bart getting out the belt and a Knicks jersey.
Oh, belt the ass all
like
day.
Michael Irvin.
Belt the ass all night, baby. Belt the ass. Listen. You know how they say, like, hey, man, when you see a white guy hanging with a group of black guys, you got to ask, what the hell did that white guy do to earn their respect? He got to be a dangerous person? That's Cade Cunningham. Light bread. Toughest light-skinned dude in the game. Name me a tougher light-skinned dude in the game.
Ray, care to do it?
It ain't Brunson.
No, I can't name one.
Tom, care to do that? Care to handle that question?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who else? Dylan Brooks. Tougher than Cade. He Canadian. The hell we talking about? He can't get to no Canadian dude. Aaron Gordon? Nope. Michael Porter? Nope. It's only one tough light-skinned dude in the league. Halliburton? Nope. Cade Cunningham. Cut and Pete. Toughest light-skinned dude in the like Kobe talking about he don't go to the hole like a light-skinned dude.
I'll take your word for it. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page.
Zach LaVine? Nope.
919-3776. Go to the YouTube page, leave your comments, and watch. People are just thoroughly KJ Jamber. That's really great analysis, Bart.
Slap go Mississippi.
Garcia.
Slap go Mississippi. Don't find out.
Mitch is going to have 40 rebounds tonight.
On who? He don't like Stu Beef either. Just because he got that Anthony Hamilton cheek hair.
Seth, let's see Alvarado on Cade.
Yeah, but can we see him? Because I know Cade can't see him.
Oh, hang on a second. Duran only played 13 minutes because he got hurt last night. Uh-oh.
Right knee soreness.
Right knee soreness.
Yeah, we kept him out because of that. We still got Stu Beef. Stu Beef got a torso like a bald eagle.
Here's what's amazing. I could tell him that every single member of the Pistons last night got hurt, and he would still say, "Oh yeah, you seen our G League team? You're gonna find out tonight."
I'm just telling you, we got a couple of stars, budding stars. That's a farm system. We got a farm system down there.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
For 100 days, I'm going to cross the 7 continents because the answers to everything important are out there at the edges of our world. I'm stepping into the unknown. Where are we going? To see our planet as it's never been seen before. From pole to pole.
Pole to Pole with Will Smith from National Geographic. Now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Show me the way.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player in the big game to score the first touchdown, but his teammate scores instead. With BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the big game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. Keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line with BetMGM's Second Chance. Try a first TD scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds.
Hey, New York and New Jersey. Commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice-proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with their award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass, your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
Friday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Will Sam Darnold win his first Super Bowl?
I grew up dreaming of this moment. Grew up watching a ton of great football players and a ton of great football teams get to this moment and make great plays. And I feel like, I always dream of moments like this.
Can the Knicks make it 9 in a row tonight?
The Knicks are as strong and in as good a position as they have been in the last 30 years to win it.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
No, sleep down, Brooklyn. And listen, when I say light-skinned, tough guys, I'm talking about black guys that are light-skinned. I'm not talking about Grayson Allen. I'm not talking about Jokic because there is some tough white guys out there. You know what I'm saying? I like Zubas.
Oh,
I'm
good,
talking about
because I was getting
bro.
into fighting you on all of this.
Yeah.
I was really gonna have it out over this.
I'm talking about the Ball brothers. You know what I mean? LaMelo, Jello, and Lonzo.
Who is LiAngelo dating now? He's dating somebody big now.
He always got somebody.
Yeah.
Him and his brother. He got a couple of influencers. Got some kids. What's his name? Labo. The one that can't play in the league.
LiAngelo.
Yeah, LiAngelo.
But he's a rapper.
He got some good bodies, yeah.
Yeah.
But he had one song.
No, he's the one who he's dating somebody famous now. I just saw yesterday.
That's what I'm talking about, son.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York Game Time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time, 7 o'clock. Rangers Hurricanes coverage begins 880 ESPN, and on the ESPN New York app starting at 6:30. 7 o'clock, Devils take on the Islanders. 7 o'clock, Nets visit the Magic. What about the Knicks?
Yeah, that's my bad. See, what I didn't do was update the games that were happening tonight.
He put in the game.
This is last night?
Yeah, that was yesterday. I am so sorry.
Where did he put it in today, Tom?
Listen, if you put it in front of me, I'm going to read it.
Yeah, I know. This is my fault. This isn't your fault.
You should put it in the prompter. Screw you, San Diego.
Would you like me to tell you what's on tonight instead?
No, I think we're going to give them a nice fresh read. We'll do that when we can correct this. And
I will print you out a new copy.
Give our friends from Tullamore Dew the ultimate respect that they deserve in every single way. Let's do that.
Great call.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, 800-919-3776. David, Elizabeth, next, ESPN New York. David, what's up, buddy?
What are you, Ron Burgundy? You read everything that's on the
absolutely.
podcast?
Exactly.
When I did TV, you could put anything in there, and there was a great chance it's going to be on the air. Absolutely true.
Nice.
You've met me. You know that I am not the sharpest tool in the shed. Come on now.
But, hey, when it comes to sports, you're Einstein, my brother. Your box office for that. Yes, sir. So, look, real quick, man, not for nothing, Chef, I need you to go to Colonial Grill, please. Like, yo, yesterday's Carlin Corner was
but I got to find time to do it. I'll go.
Yes, it's down the. Well, it's not down the street where you're literally at, but it's in your hood. It's in your neighborhood, brother. You got to get there.
Ish. Yeah.
Yes.
It's right. I'll tell you what it is. It's right near my guy Eric LeGrand. I'll go next time I'm at his house. I will definitely hit it.
Hey,
awesome.
Tell Eric he owe me some damn coffee too.
Yeah, I'm get on that. You want the coffee or do you want the bourbon?
Yeah, give me coffee. Right now I'm trying to straight up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah. So look, let's
damn man wouldn't have a bite of a cinnamon roll yesterday. Go ahead.
We're going for 9. We're going for 9 in a row tonight, and I believe we can do it. And they should try to play to the best of their strengths. But if we do lose tonight, like I said, Bart, we're going to use that as fuel, and hopefully in the playoffs, man, it's going to be a real intense series. And you're right, man. Cat, you should not get punked tonight. You should definitely try to go at Stu Beef or go at their bigs, paws, and put your best foot forward.
But it's nothing like when a guy that's not tough try to act tough. It comes off fake and inauthentic, right? So we'll see what happens. What I predict is that Isaiah Stewart is going to have Cat punching in the air like Trey when he got pulled over by the cops in Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, it's going to definitely be a Trey moment. Yo, before you gentlemen let me go, yo, Bart, man, please get Chef to sing the song when the song comes on today. You got to sing the song.
You know the song, man.
I know the song, but Bart changes the words every week.
It don't matter. 2-part harmony. We wrote this in 2-part harmony.
But here's the thing. Let me ask you this, okay? When you go to see somebody perform, do you want some hack up there with them on a duet?
You part of the group, man. Like, listen, Michael Bivins can't sing in BBD. You ain't never heard him sing by himself. Everybody else led a song in New Edition. But Michael Bivins, they'll let him rap. They'll let him talk. You never hear him singing by himself. All the people from Boys in the Hood sing except the one with the deep voice, and he's baritone.
Okay.
Although we go. You heard Can't Stand the Rain. You heard.
See, the closer it is to
Bobby
actual
Brown
word,
sing.
the closer it is to actually just speaking as opposed to singing. Like
that's what it is.
That's
got paid. Friday night, party jumping, feel all right.
Let's save it.
That's we talking.
But then you change the word booty shaking.
Yeah, that booty shaking. I want to see that booty shaking. Pumps and the bumps, pumps and the bumps.
Let's go.
We like the girls and the pumps and the bumps.
Say in Tinton Falls is next. ESPN New York. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Oh, come on, Say. Come on, don't come low energy, baby. What's up, Say?
No, because I'm in the store. I want to call you guys out, man. I'm sick of you guys trashing on the Knicks. Carlin, I feel like you're a secret 76ers fan.
Why would I be? Because I worked in Philly?
Right? And you guys, just stop talking about the Knicks. Stop talking about them because you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know basketball, right? Cut it out.
I don't know basketball. I played basketball. How many points you averaged in high school?
I averaged 21.
Okay.
I didn't play basketball, but what I'm saying is I just don't like
21.
You guys are always coming down on my Knicks, man.
No, listen. We're pro Knicks. I'm pro Knicks only when they're not playing the Pistons. I said they needed Alvarado. I applauded it. I talked about Alvarado the entire time before they even got him. I said that's who they need. They need a spark. They need somebody like that. Only person I hate on is Bridges. And I talk about, I'm good for them anytime against anybody against the Pistons. You can't hold that against me. That's my whole time.
One other thing, you guys were trashing Bridges the other day, right? Saying he never contributed anything last year in the playoffs. He made those crucial plays, defensive plays.
First of all, did not say never contributed to anything. That's taken what we said and taken it to the next level to fit your argument. Never said that.
We said five draft picks.
It said that Bridges was not good enough in the playoffs, that he was putting him over the top. He had a couple of moments for sure. But when I watch a game like the other night, everybody wants to get nuts over him hitting a three. How about the dumbest foul I've ever seen? And how about 2 points for the night up until that point?
Yeah, and even he spoke to his frustration about not playing the way that he wanted to. These are his words. Like, he struggled last year to find his role underneath Tibbs, and he spoke about it, his frustration. And I believe, that he was part of the reason why Tibbs got fired.
Jason Smith chiming in on the chat over on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. My criticism was not toward the Pistons losing to the Wizards. It's toward Bart talking crazy about how Stu Beef is going to punk Cat right after they lost to the Wizards.
What that got to do with punking Cat? Did we not see Cat get punked by the Pistons last year? One day complaining about how physical they play. They play so physical. Physical. It's about to get physical.
Black Metronome, y'all just got beat down by Washington. Settle down, Bart.
Hold on. Who has the best record?
Wipe the floor with the Pistons tonight, Johnny Blaze.
Hold up, didn't we beat them already this year? Like, who has the best record in the Eastern Conference?
If they don't have Jalen Duren, they're not winning. That's Khalil Hanna. Oh boy, there's a problem.
We said he got banged up. We didn't say he dead.
It is pretty good to say I averaged 21. I didn't play basketball. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, Chris Canty on the Super Bowl, on all things New York football as well, next.
Wild Turkey Bourbon and ESPN New York are bringing you the ultimate New York game day. 2 games, 1 damn day. We're kicking things off on Saturday at Cappy's on 670 Merrick Road in Lynbrook, starting at 1 p.m. Stop by for Wild Turkey tastings, exclusive giveaways, and your chance to win an epic New York sports experience. Opening day energy in the Bronx, Knicks at night vibes, all in one unforgettable day. So grab your crew and experience Wild Turkey at Cappy's in Lynbrook this Saturday. Must be 21 or older. Drink responsibly.
Hey, it's Michael K. I love when I get to talk about PC Richard & Son. This has been my go-to store for years now. They're local, they're family-owned, and they truly care about their customers. And you know, I love to support our local businesses. Always have, and you should too. During their President's Day sale, save big on appliances from all the top brands, up to 40% off. In fact, the more you buy, the more you save, with up to $1,000 in additional savings on qualifying appliances. So do what I do and get to PC Richard & Son today. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
The big game is here, and now you can trade football in all 50 states on Kalshi. New England is currently trading at 34% to beat Seattle. That means a $100 trade pays out $303 with a win. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the odds change, you can buy in and out of your position all game long. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code BIGGAME to get $10 when you trade 100. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
It's a battle of the Big East's best at MSG as 22nd ranked St. John's looks to hand 3rd ranked UConn its first conference loss of the year. Coverage begins today at 7:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
The final football Friday, and as we've said all week, it's the last call for football, and FanDuel is giving you a daily profit boost every single day leading up to the big game. Today's 30% profit boost is for first quarter markets, all passing, receiving, and rushing yards. Well, the Patriots established the run early and get Stevenson over his first quarter rushing total. All you have to do is opt in each day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. So whether you're locking in early lines, riding your favorite props, or taking one last swing before the final whistle, FanDuel is giving everyone something extra to cheer for during football's final week. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Can I take your coat?
Oh, you noticed. Yeah, I found it on eBay from a seller in Vegas. Pre-loved and perfect. She listed it and jackpot. Italian leather, classic trench silhouette. And did you see the braided buckle?
Hang on to your claim ticket.
Oh, I'll hang on to this forever. Have you been on eBay? There's so many finds. And I bet that diving watch would sell fast. Just saying.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
That's right, Super Bowl 60 coming up this weekend. You got the handoff, getting ready for Super Bowl 61 next year on ESPN, on ABC. We have got the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday, and we have got Chris Canty joining us here momentarily, right after we remind you that it is 12 o'clock, which means what? Bartholomew, Bartavius, Scott.
It's the power hour. Power hour.
So I just need you to be honest for a second, okay? Be honest. No politically correct answer for our friend Chris Canty, of course, is on Sportsmanlike each and every day, 6 to 10 a.m. on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2. And, of course, you see him all the time on First Take. Would you rather be in San Francisco right now?
Who, me?
Canty.
Oh. Is that question for me?
That question is for you.
No. I'm glad I'm here. I'm enjoying diaper duty as a new dad, and I'm hanging out. I got the cold weather, but I'm all right. I think I'll be able to survive this. San Francisco, I don't know if this is the Super Bowl that I want to be at. Next year, when we're in L.A., that's the one I'm looking forward to.
So Mel's in the room.
Correct.
I'm kidding, of course. We've got, listen, in the last couple of weeks, it's obviously been very, very, very busy for you. How are we adjusting? What have we learned over the last week? Last week we learned about unfortunate blowout situations. What has come up in fatherhood this week?
What has come up this week, my son is a tyrant when it comes to breastfeeding or wanting to bottle. So we're finding different ways to try to slow him down when it comes to how fast he's eating, because he'll gorge himself. Like he tries to drink the milk faster than he can actually digest it. So, we're trying to figure out ways to pace him out when it comes to when he gets ready to eat. So that's the new challenge I'm working on. Bart Scott didn't have anything to offer earlier this morning when it came to fatherly advice, but I'm going to give him the opportunity now that he's got another time to talk to me today. If there's anything he wants to tell me to help me on that front, the floor is yours, sir.
Oh, listen, I told you, I gave you some fatherly advice when I saw you over there. I told you about the experience, and I told you I can see the glow in your eyes about how you feel about a kid and how that can help you connect with your parents and all that good stuff, right? Like, these things are going to come because everybody's situation is differently, right? Because you're going to get you're probably reading some new modern book or something like that. You know what I mean? You got other stuff going on and stuff like that. So, like, parenting has changed. You know what I'm saying? Just like when I was growing up, seatbelt was optional for your kid in the back, right? So I'm sure some new stuff for us growing up. You put a seatbelt in. You know what I mean? Like long as they seem tucked in right there.
I don't know about him. For me, if you could find the seatbelt, that was an accomplishment.
Right. They didn't have the car seat hooks and all that type of stuff back in the day when I was going on. You know what I mean? So all is well. So anything that comes up, you get stuck in a pickle, kid teething or something like that, the gums are itchy, I got you. Cold frozen waffles, I got all that type of stuff. But there's so many things that can come up that you may or may not know. But a lot of this stuff, you guys, I'm sure, are studying up, and you got a village around you helping you raise the kitty bitty.
Let me tell you something, dog. It don't matter how many books you read, none of that stuff prepares you for this. None of it. None of it. But I do want to ask a question. I'm going off script because I was told to. Carlin, I was told to ask you about a Cinnabon.
About a Super Bowl?
No, Cinnabon.
Oh, Cinnabon. So, Canty, here's the deal. Yesterday, there is a place that's right near where you work as well, so you could do this and make this work, and I'll give you the address. It is one of these, it's called Losers Eating House. If you go to the website, Losers Eating House. And it's basically something where you order this cinnamon roll online when they have a drop. They send you an email saying, we now have some available, and you can pick it up at this window, which is about a half a block from where you work. And you can do it between, yesterday it was 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. So we did the Carlin's Corner Table live on the air yesterday with this thing. And it was the greatest cinnamon roll I've had in my life. And it was a sourdough cinnamon roll. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know what?
Wow.
You know what?
Okay.
I'm going to take care of you. I got it. You guys have got a lot on your plate these days. I'm going to take care of it. I'll get you one next week. Done. And I'll drop it by the school.
My man.
That's it.
There it is.
Because,
I'm on board.
Yeah, because you guys are gonna love it. It's massive. It is huge too. You will enjoy it thoroughly. You'll see it when we put out the social for it on Carlin's Corner Table this week. All right, let's get to the game. Canty is with us, of course. He's getting fired up for the game as we are too. Now, I want to start with a comment that I heard that you might have made this morning. So I apologize if I'm just paraphrasing it incorrectly here. That if Sam Darnold does not win this game, he is a disappointment in the postseason. Did you say that? Is that accurate?
No.
Okay.
I didn't say that.
Okay. So give me your take on Sam Darnold in this spot on Sunday with everything that's been on the line.
It's a huge game for Sam. I mean, it's hard to point to any comps in the NFL in the modern era where somebody has the same career arc as Sam and comes out on the other side as a franchise quarterback. But that's the proposition that's in front of him if you win Super Bowl 60. I mean, to bounce around 4 different franchises before finally having the success that he's having with Seattle, it's a testament to his mental fortitude. But again, I mean, the stakes are if Sam wins this game, you're talking about him being the guy in Seattle for the foreseeable future and potentially signing a contract extension, paying him, $250 million plus in total value in the next 12 months. That's what we will be talking about with Sam Darnold. So there are huge, huge stakes, not only with his legacy, but in terms of financially the commitment that the Seattle Seahawks are going to make to him. So I do think there's a lot on the line for Sam.
So, if how does this affect the Drake May narrative if he wins? How does this change that franchise? And were you surprised that it seemed like Brady was a bit bitter, the fact that he can essentially come do what he did in the same amount of years and kind of cast a shadow of the legacy that was Brady there if he wins one at the same time? People won't forget about the Brady years, but they'll start applauding the Drake May years, which could make them forget a little bit about the Brady years, especially for the younger fans that don't recall those championships.
Well, listen, Bart, I don't think anybody's going to forget about the Brady years, but it seems like post-dynasty for New England, everybody is relitigating who gets the most credit for those championships that they won. The 6 titles in the 2000s, in the 20-year span with Brady and Belichick leading the organization. When Tom Brady won the one in Tampa, everybody said, oh, Brady's clearly the one that's more responsible for it. But now that Mike Vrabel and Drake May are in the Super Bowl, you're questioning, hey, maybe Robert Kraft had more of a role in terms of creating the infrastructure to allow Tom Brady and Bill Belichick to be possible. So I think the recent success from the organization gives people a little bit of air to relitigate who gets the credit for the dynastic run that the Patriots were able to experience. Because if you think about it, there is no through line with the current New England Patriots going back to when this thing started in 2001, except for Robert Kraft. So I think that Robert Kraft is the one that comes out with a hell of a lot to gain if this team wins the championship for making some of the tough decisions that he did, for moving on from Terod Mayo after only a year when he had that succession place in place, that succession plan in place for years, and then drafting Drake May and then hiring Mike Vrabel. I just think that it becomes interesting who gets the credit for the Brady Belichick years if you're talking about this iteration of the New England Patriots being able to hold up a Lombardi trophy.
There's no question that Belichick will be wearing a Seahawks jersey on Sunday. There is no doubt about that, and he wants to see them get smoked. Canty is with us. Chris Canty, of course, on Sportsmanlike each and every day, 6 to 10 a.m. on ESPN Radio and over on ESPN2 as well. There's quite a bit of debate going on right now in the chat on our YouTube page about where you are. There are some people that believe because you're on a speakerphone that you're in the bathroom. I would say, no, that's not the case. If I had to guess, you have the baby in your arms as we speak. Is that accurate?
That is not accurate. So the baby is asleep, and I'm tucked away in a closet.
The echo. Yeah,
you are tucked away in a closet?
Yeah, this is the closet I'm in.
Is it soundproof?
Well, clearly not.
No, well, here's the thing. The closet has a door, and then there's like a pocket door between that.
So you're in the safe room. You're in the safe room. You're in the safe room, like,
hey, I need to have at least 2 doorways between me and where the baby is sleeping if I'm gonna do this interview.
And listen, if Mel said that to you, I'd be totally fine because my wife says the same thing, and we don't have a kid. So that's totally got to be at least two doorways between you. If you're looking at this game, what is your single biggest factor that you think is going to determine what happens?
I think what happens with the offensive line for the New England Patriots is going to determine the game. Right? If you look at the last 10 Super Bowls, half of them have been blowouts, and the biggest reason why is a shaky offensive line for the losing team. So it's going to come down to whether or not the New England Patriots offensive line, particularly Jerry Wilson and Will Campbell, that left side, can hold up against DeMarcus Lawrence and Leonard Williams and Byron Murphy. And I just don't know that that's going to happen. As Mel Kiper always says, you can't block them, you can't beat them. And that, to me, is going to be the determining factor on whether or not the Patriots are even able to make this a competitive game.
Well, listen, brother, we appreciate it. Enjoy the game, and hopefully it is. I mean, how is this going to go down if he's in a fussy mood and all that kind of stuff? Like, what are we looking at here?
Oh, we're looking at a problem. Listen, if my son got an issue, he has a set of lungs on him, and he's going to holler and let everybody know. So, big fella, this is a situation where we try to make sure that the kid is cool, so we can just kind of keep things steady here. I tell you what, dealing with a newborn, and I hate to frame it like that, but it is what it is. Like when you have a newborn, it's a lot like the NFL playoffs. Survive in advance. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it to the next hour. I'm trying to make it to the next day. That's all I'm trying to do right now.
Canty, great stuff. We appreciate it, brother. Thanks. Enjoy the game.
All right, boys. Have a good one. Enjoy the game. And Carlin, make sure you have my damn Cinnabon next week.
Don't worry.
I guarantee you, Chris has a very expensive palate. I can only imagine what the spread is there. It's probably caviar on some type of chip dip.
Caviar or French fries, Bart. Don't knock it till you try it.
Toast points.
Can't hide that
Appreciate
money.
it, Canty. It does bring into question. This is something that my wife has a major problem with. Frankly, I have a major problem with. Is it ever acceptable to take a phone call in the bathroom? Now,
in a tub or on the toilet?
No, let me preface. I would say anywhere, but certainly the toilet, the urinal. I have seen that many, many, many times in public places.
Trying to hit mute in between the splashes.
Not even trying. So I've seen it. Not you go to some places, you go to games, you go to some concerts. Not even trying. Is that ever acceptable to do?
Depends on how important the call is. Sometimes you might have to stop midstream and walk out and say, "Hey, man, hold on, let me holler at you." Because like you ever wait for a call and you know if you don't pick up, they're not gonna call back.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this may be the one call I get from this place I've been holding for, or it could be like somebody trying to make a call saying that they're coming for delivery or something like that, and you stuck. And if you don't answer it, they're not gonna call back, and they're gonna skip over you and put you to the back of the line. So it is certain instances.
Very few. Very few. Ray, any instances in your mind where that is allowable / acceptable? Phone in the bathroom.
That is strictly emergency only.
Strictly emergency only. Tom, your thoughts?
If I'm screwing around with friends and trying to get a reaction out of them, sure. But otherwise, no.
Wait, it sounds like you're FaceTiming them then, Tom.
Is that on the phone or in the bathroom? What's going on there?
Yeah, really. I mean, Tom, what's the deal?
On the phone.
You FaceTiming? Tom, you're FaceTiming, aren't you?
No. Not a big FaceTime guy.
Kind of messing around with them. It kind of sounds like you might be. You're the kind of guy who likes to shock someone. I want to shock you. Look at what I'm doing.
I wouldn't be against that. No.
Okay. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app, lose the number. How about that? Ryan, the mailman, is up on ESPN New York. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, fellas, what's going on?
How you doing?
I wanted to talk football, but now y'all talking the Knicks. I have a question. So I was reading an article earlier and about potential buyout candidates for the Knicks, and what do you guys think about DeMar DeRozan being a buyout candidate for the Knicks for them to add to the bench?
Listen, if DeMar DeRozan's a buyout candidate and you can add him, that'd be phenomenal. I have not seen
He's
that.
He's getting bought out by
just
Sacramento. He wants out, and they're going to buy him out.
Yeah. Well, if he wants out that badly, and
can the Knicks afford to fit that salary cap in there?
I mean, it depends what the number is. If he's a buyout,
his salary is already going to be covered by Sacramento, and they're buying out the rest.
Well, but the point, that's the point. Is like if he gets bought out, you'll be able to get him for the minimum.
Yeah, but why would he want to go to the Knicks? It could be a lot of places that would want him. I'm sure the Lakers, his hometown team.
Well, that's what it becomes. Where
he
do
don't
you
want
go
to go to
that
the Lakers
makes him?
He had an opportunity to go, and he said no because he wanted to he wanted to do his own thing. He didn't want to go to L.A. He had an opportunity years ago. He didn't want to go.
Now, according to ESPN, they have not discussed it as of yet, but it is a strong possibility that he could become one within the next month. I would not hate that. I mean, he's owed $26 million for next year, but only 10 of it is guaranteed for next season. So, I mean, that's a decent chance that you get bought out in that instance if he is really pushing to get out of Sacramento. I would not be against that. Let's see. We got a lot who've been waiting. Matt, Connecticut. Next, ESPN New York YouTube page. Matt, what's going on?
Hey, first-time caller. Your guys' show was great when it was 880 news and it changed to sports. I thought I'd have to switch, but I'm glad I didn't.
Well, we're glad you didn't either.
Yeah, thanks. I got two things. One, I want to talk about Isaiah Thomas and Detroit, but I first want to talk about Super Bowl foods. So my Super Bowl food this year is going to be Raisinets and, what is it? Whoppers, the chocolate-covered
Whoppers with the cookie crisp nugget.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that part. So the thing is, what do they remind you of?
Whoppers? They're like the malt balls back in the day.
Yeah.
The malts.
And Raisinets remind me of garbage. How about that?
Well, Raisinets remind me of when you eat Raisin Nuts. It's just like with the almond over the top. I mean, Raisin Nuts, all right.
Listen.
I prefer Goobers.
I'm somebody that will allow, I agree, Goobers are better, chocolate-covered peanuts, but I'll allow certain things, okay? When you come out with, I want to make a point about the Pistons, but here's my Super Bowl food, Raisinets and Whoppers. Bag it, loser. You're done. No. Those aren't Super Bowl foods. Those are barely foods that you would take into a movie. Barely. They would sell them there, but I guarantee you Raisinets and Whoppers are among the lowest selling candies. Every year they're probably on the chopping block, and somebody has to go to war for them in an AMC conference room somewhere to say, no, I say, we must keep them. Because Whoppers, well, it's just like taking a bite into a giant ball of hard sugar. That's no good. Whopper sucks. Brian, Sleepy Hollow, what's up, dude? What do you got? Something better than that, Brian.
I'm going to have to make up for that one.
Raisinets.
First, I got a suggestion for you for Carlin's Corner Table.
Yeah.
Beekman Ale House in Sleepy Hollow. It's a great spot.
What's it called?
I'm getting some pizzas from there. We're talking hot honey pepperoni. We're talking buffalo chicken. We're talking barbecue chicken. We're talking, what else? There's like a chicken cutlet type thing with hot pepper. It's delicious.
Okay, I'm not anti-hot honey. I'm not anti-hot honey, but we're throwing hot honey on everything now. Like, everybody just calm down, right?
I hear it's good though. But I got Nashville hot wings. I got pigs in a blanket.
Yep.
I got mutz sticks.
Okay.
I got it going on.
You got the staples.
I gotta say,
You're not disappointing anybody in that crowd. Anyway, go ahead.
Parmesan pigs in a blanket, so a little bit fancy, but that's
interesting.
how I roll. Just hoping that the Patriots just get absolutely demolished. But usually I'm rooting for like a good game. I'm a Jets fan. Enough's enough already. Have a good one, guys.
Listen, for a Jet fan, that's what you have to go into this mindset with. You can, for a Jet fan, you can root for Sam. You should absolutely be rooting for Sam. There shouldn't be a reason a Jet fan would root against Sam. Like the whole idea of it's going to make us look worse. No,
he still refuses to trash the Jets and the coach. Say, hey man, it was part of his experience. It didn't work out. He's been gracious ever since he left here. He didn't bash the team.
No, and I mentioned this earlier. I saw him in a clip of an interview that he's doing for Sunday, and he was asked, what is the most adversity that you have faced in this journey? And he said, when I got traded to Carolina from the Jets, because that's when I knew it was a failure with the Jets for sure. And that's what was really disappointing for me. And he takes ownership of all that.
Didn't get a
should be rooting for that dude.
Yeah.
Plus, if Sam sticks it to the Patriots, you get a chance to enjoy that a little bit.
Exactly.
You really should. Is it living through somebody else's success and a little bit of osmosis? Sure. But what else have you got right now? Exactly. You may as well. We got Jose, Connecticut, on the Pistons tonight. Bart, what's up?
Hey, what's up, my guys? Quickly, I'm Puerto Rican, so for Super Bowl, we're doing Puerto Rican stuff, man. The panadas, salt-cod fritters, barbecue chicken skewers, plantains, flan. We ready, man.
Are you watching the other halftime show?
Nah, I might have to skip that, man. I'm sorry. But, hey, to each his own, right? I want to talk Pistons, man, because, Bart, and I tell you all the time, I respect the Pistons, but one thing is y'all really want the smoke. You're going to get what you ask for because, like, just that comment. I call it because of that comment you made, like, oh, Cat can't act like a tough guy. Man, when he's not in his own head, can't nobody stop him. Like, you saw what happened when he got elbowed, so y'all just keep poking y'all been poking the Knicks all year because we beat y'all, and y'all haven't gotten over it.
Of course not. It's personal. That's how rivalry started. It became personal. Listen, there's a big difference in taking an elbow or getting hit by somebody else that's not named Duran or Isaiah Stewart. We saw Cat really agitated. Like, Isaiah Stewart is a professional, big fella, a big man agitator. He's a swollen Alvarado. How Alvarado gets under people's skin, like he gets that because he stays connected the entire time. Like he'll run with Cat all the way up the court and be touching him the whole time. And Cat he doesn't like people in his personal space like that. And listen, I'm not saying he's soft. Everybody that calls up here says he's soft. Everybody on every telecast makes fun of him. Like he's become the butt of a joke.
No, I agree with that, but I'm saying is when he's locked in, can nobody stop him? Like that's the thing. It's like yo clown, but when he's locked in, nobody on that team can stop him.
But when he's locked in, he's gonna get 2 cheap fouls.
He's still gonna make the mistakes that drive you insane, and the fouls are the big ones.
Yeah.
I just have to share this because it's glorious and it's amazing and it's so true. This is from, and it might be a bot. I don't know because the username is like usertx5ez. Carlin's takes on food are the most spot-on analysis in the world. I'm still reminding everyone, that an onion ring destroys a well-made French fry every day of the week. His chili joint in Seattle is spot on. Thank you. It's the best analysis you're getting on this station, period. That's all you need to know. Cat unlocked equals bloodlust. Maybe calm down. Derek in Hillside next on ESPN New York. Derek, what's going on?
What's going on, fellas?
What do you got?
One, I don't know how old that other caller was that's talking about Raisinets and Whoppers. I don't know what's going on with him. But over here, like Sleepy Hollow, I don't know how they pizza is, but my man over there look like he got something going on. For me, I make empanadas. You know I'm black, but I make empanadas myself. My kids love it.
Empanadas, beef patty, same thing.
It's empanada. I don't do it with beef patty. It's a different method. It's a different method with beef patty.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I wanted to ask Carlin a question. That Ghost Kitchen that you was advertising yesterday with the cinnamon roll. What's the website? I don't think I caught the website that you got it from.
It's loserseatinghouse.com, one word. I know it's a weird website. Loserseatinghouse.com.
And Bart, did you get to eat it when you got home?
No, we ate it here. We ended up doing it here. And I told my wife about it last night. I got another one I'm picking up today.
He said he was going to eat it at home.
Bart was giving me a hard time about that, but don't worry. I'm picking one up today right after we're done. They had to drop between 11 and 7.
And we dropped it out.
Yeah, ain't no sugar going to hurt you, Bart. I know you look shreddy. You look good, brother. I saw you on the YouTube channel. You look good, but ain't no little bit of sugar ain't going to do nothing to you, man.
What happened was it was a week where it was a day where I had already ate yogurt and good stuff, so I didn't want to mess that up. Now, if it was a day where I was eating bad, I would have just partake. But we put the cinnamon bun outside the room, and they devoured it like some vultures.
We left a half out there, clean cut. It was gone in at least 3 minutes at the most. At the most. That's how good it was. And everybody agreed on the same thing. And some people thought that I was wrong, that they could taste the sourdough. So that kept them for me from the 5. So I think a 4.75. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Well, the Knicks fan is going to be properly represented momentarily. Mr. Piston here has been running his mouth all day. We got $21. We got $31 in the Piston swear jar right now for Bart. Of course, Knicks Pistons tonight. CP the franchise got to join us with some smoke for Bart in moments. Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 7:30, Knicks in Detroit. Coverage beginning on 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app at 7 p.m. And then at 8, St. John's men's basketball hosting UConn. Coverage begins on 1050 ESPN New York and the ESPN New York app starting at 7:40. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
Friday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Will Sam Darnold win his first Super Bowl?
I grew up dreaming of this moment. Grew up watching a ton of great football players and a ton of great football teams get to this moment and make great plays. And I feel like, I always dream of moments like this.
Can the Knicks make it 9 in a row tonight?
The Knicks are as strong and in as good a position as they have been in the last 30 years to win it.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
DraftKings Sportsbook is making every snap, every drive, every moment of Super Bowl 60 count with DraftKings Live Millions. Open the app, opt in, and get your promo token. Place a live bet of $1 or more on the Super Bowl, and you're in. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code GAMENIGHT. That's code GAMENIGHT. Bet live for your share of $5 million in prizes with code GAMENIGHT. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over in most states. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Minimum odds minus 500. Prizes either bonus bets or single-use 20% profit boost. Max bet $20 that expire in 30 days. See official rules at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos for entry period and free method of entry. Sponsored by Crown Gaming, Inc.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is making every moment of Super Bowl 60 count with DraftKings Live Millions, featuring over $5 million in prizes. Here's how it works. Open the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, and get your promo token. Place a live bet of $1 or more on the Super Bowl, and you're in. And every live bet means another shot to win. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet live for your share of $5 million in prizes with code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY and 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Minimum odds minus 500. Prizes either bonus bets or single use 20% profit boost. Max bet $20 that expire in 30 days. See official rules at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos for entry period and free method of entry. Sponsored by Crown Gaming, Inc.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is just driving the kids to soccer practice. Make every day feel epic in an all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA-estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Because when you're hauling kids, gear, snacks, and backpacks, space matters. And so does comfort. Just make sure they keep their cleats off the seats. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for details.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible. Overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Well, I've been waiting for this. Bart has been chatty, for sure, with the Pistons tonight. And I needed to bring in somebody who was going to be able to deliver the smoke, and we have done that. CP the Franchise, you know him from Knicks Fan TV on YouTube, on Instagram. You follow him on all the socials, and he joins us right now. What up, CP? How are you? It's Chris and Bart.
Afternoon, fellas. Chris and Bart. How are we doing today? Happy Friday.
I'm great. It's Good Friday for me. I've been waiting for this all week.
Oh, you've been rolling your sleeves up. Let's talk about it, Bartholomew. Let's talk about it, man. What are you hyped about with this matchup, man? Let's go.
It's been a lot said about the Pistons this week. We anticipated this matchup. This is one of two because the next one will be at a watch party, and both teams are playing well. The Pistons are playing well. Despite last night, the Knicks are playing well, 9 in a row. And then listen, I am a Knicks fan. Only time I'm against the Knicks is when they go against my hometown team, the team that I grew up idolizing as a kid, which I think is fair. But the reality of the fact is, last year you guys got the last laugh. This year I believe that we're going to get the last laugh. That's just the facts, and that's my truth, and I'm sticking to it until the Knicks prove me otherwise.
Okay, well, listen, your points are well taken. As a Detroit guy, I have to respect your support for your home team. However, Bart, championships and Eastern Conference, they're not won in the regular season, so you got to earn it in money time. That's what I call the postseason. It is money time. Now, as it relates to tonight, first and foremost, we got to see who's playing because both of these teams are going to be walking in kind of wounded. You have Cade Cunningham with the potential wrist injury, Jalen Duren with the knee. We'll see if Tobias Harris plays, and on the other side for the Knicks,
we're deeper.
You have OG Anunoby, you have Karl Anthony Towns, and Josh Hart questionable for this game. So we'll have to see who plays, but I will give Detroit credit. In the first matchup between these two teams on January 5th, they showed that they are the class of the East right now as it relates to the regular season. They destroyed the Knicks. It was a 30-point blowout. I will give you guys that, sir. However, this Knicks team is trending in the right direction, having won 8 straight. The defense is on the up and ups, and should they walk in there healthy, I like the Knicks' chances tonight.
That's great, but in recent years, there's one franchise that knows more about championships. The last time y'all won a championship was black and white TVs and bunny rabbits.
Listen, first of all, can we this is one we got to take out for the both of you because it's been 20 years for you. Don't be pounding your chest about a championship.
That's 20 times. At least it was the 2000s. At least it was 2000.
I mean, Chris, what Bart is omitting here is in between those last 20 years, they've been in the dark ages. And so with all the lottery picks that they've had to accumulate over that time, you're damn right. You better be at the top of the East. You got 100 first-round picks.
I'm sorry. We're not dumb enough to pick Frank Ntilikina and R.J. Barrett.
No. One word. Darko.
Yeah. That's all. But you know what's funny? You know what's funny about Darko? We still want a champ. Darko's a champion. So what are we talking about? Darko is a champion.
Listen, I cannot make excuses.
Yeah, so's the third video guy.
Yeah, I can't make excuses for that, but you guys have certainly had your blunders as well. We could go back to the Ben Gordon, Charlie Villanueva. You guys giving them monster bags. Come on, boy. Come on, man.
Do I need to go through the Carmelo phase and post Carmelo?
I want to keep it to tonight.
You almost
there's
gave,
a lot to talk about.
We almost gave Tracy Morgan a coronary.
Now, listen, CP the Franchise is with us. You follow him on socials. He's the, of course, creator of Knicks Fan TV on YouTube, on Instagram. It's awesome stuff for the Knicks fan. The Knicks fans already know you anyway. You don't need me to tell you this. But I want to ask about this. As a fan, and you look at the Eastern Conference as presently constituted, yes, they're in front of you. I'm not talking about the standings. Are they the primary team that you take seriously as your biggest challenger to get to the finals?
Yes, no question. As a basketball observer, I look at the Pistons in a way that, in a couple ways where they can exploit the Knicks. Number one, it starts with the head of the snake in Cade Cunningham. He's playing like an MVP caliber player and a two-way force. And one thing that I noticed is that when they first met up in that January matchup, with the Knicks, their best defender is OG Anunoby. But I'll keep it real. I saw Cade have his way with OG. And not just skills-wise, but from a physicality standpoint. I mean, I think that's one of the most underrated factors of Cade Cunningham. There's only a few players that I've seen be able to move OG Anunoby off his spots physically. It's Giannis. I saw Franz Wagner do it, and I saw Cade do that. And so, look, the Knicks are going to have their hands full with Cade Cunningham. The Pistons have a ton of athleticism and a lot of dogs, and that is one of the areas that, kind of hurts the Knicks because they don't have the athletes to match up. But they do have the skill set and they do have the talent. And so, look, when these two teams meet up, I think it's going to be a good matchup. One of the two key stats that I look at in this matchup between these two teams, number one, the rebounding battle. You have two of the best offensive rebounding teams in the entire league. Pistons are 5th, I believe, in second chance points right now, and Knicks are 6th. So the team that wins the rebounding battle will have a good chance here. And then the turnover battle. That is where the Knicks have to be very careful with the Pistons. They are very opportunistic with the athletes and the defenders that they have. But on the other side, the Pistons will turn it over as well. And the way that this Knicks defense is trending, I think there's some opportunities there to steal some points against a stingy Detroit defense.
I think it's important, and it'd be interesting to see, if Jalen Brunson can learn from Cade Cunningham what a true point guard is supposed to do, and that's facilitate to his players, his teammates, and get his teammates involved instead of smuggling the ball like James Harden.
Oh, man, here we go, man. Listen. I will say this. Look, when it comes to playmaking, Cade is the best. He's the best in the league. There's no question that that's his strong point. But in Mike Brown's offense with Jalen Brunson, the Knicks have done a lot in terms of spreading the ball around, equal opportunity offense. We saw, especially as recently as that game against Denver, you see a lot of sets where the Knicks are running offense through Karl Anthony Towns and getting Jalen Brunson going off ball to play to his strengths, which is as a scorer. So, look, he's not the playmaker Cade is. I will give you that. But I do like the way that the Knicks are spreading the ball around. You're getting offensive production from OG Anunoby, Landry Shamet. A lot of guys are eating in this offense. But when push comes to shove, Bartholomew, clutch, fourth quarter, 5 minutes or less, I'm going to number 11.
Yeah.
Over Cade.
Cade is happy. Cade is happy. Cade is happy that Jalen Brunson taught him how to win last year. Lesson learned.
Yeah.
So it's not even that Jalen Brunson won last year. The bigger factor is that Jalen taught Cade how to win.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, as they say, with teams on the come up, they have to take their bruises on the way up, and maybe that is it with Cade. But he's going to have to take some more lessons because I don't see this Knicks team getting stopped come playoff time. They're trending in the right direction right now.
CP, the franchise, is with us. All right, I got to plead a little ignorance here for a second. Do you go to every home game, or are you more sit back and watch kind of guy?
I go to a lot of the marquee matchups, and I'll be at a lot of the home playoff games. I try to travel on the road every now and again because our primary programming is based on our post-game show.
Right.
I do like to be at the home studio, make sure I'm watching the game. I'm watching it on League Pass on the main TV so I can rewind and really dig in. And then after the game, is where we do our best work.
So is there any way we've got on the 19th these two teams matching up in the city at the Garden, and Bart and I are doing a watch party? Is there any way that we can coax you out for that for a little bit? Not staying the whole night, but just come by, because I just want to see you in person. Stick it to Bart a little bit.
Hey, I'm a man of the people, man. I do like to be out in the streets whenever I get a chance, and I will show up. If Bartholomew is showing up, I will show up, man, and I'll figure out some sort of wager to put on this.
I like it.
Before the game.
Listen, I'll make sure I wear a jacket with heavy shoulder pads so you can have a shoulder to cry on by halftime.
This is going to be it's going to be at Terra Moore on 30th Street, right near the Garden, and we're starting up at 7. So we'll get to you with some of the specifics, but we'd love to have you there. And I had to get you on today just to chat it up with Bart a little bit. And here's what I like. This is going to build up a little bit, and then maybe we get to the playoffs and get a playoff matchup. We're really going to hit a fever pitch then.
Yeah. I didn't even get a chance to take on Bart on his, we have a segment on Knicks Fan TV called Worst Take. And that is where we go around the NBA podcast sphere, calling out some terrible takes as it relates to the New York Knicks. We put Bart's out on the main stage. That episode with him and my guy Ty Butler, where he didn't even have Jalen Brunson in his top 20 NBA players.
So I had top 10.
Top 10, yeah. And he's like top 8. Come on, Bart.
I mean, Cooper Flagg might have passed him.
Oh, come on. You hear the recency bias here, Chris? You hear that?
You don't know what it's like every day, man. Every day. Hey, CP, thanks for popping on for a few minutes. Enjoy the game tonight. Hopefully we'll see you on the 19th for a bit.
Anytime, man. I've been following you guys for some time now. Appreciate what you guys do for New York, and let's set it up, man. Looking forward to it.
You're a good man. CP, the franchise. Of course, Knicks Fan TV. They do an awesome job for all Knicks fans. I love him. I love Jonathan Macri. These guys do a fantastic job. And listen, I need to create a little more heat here. Like, we created the Pistons swear jar thing, and that's just like for every day. But on days like this, I do want to get what I can get out of you, and that smoke, that feeling that you had right after you beat the Patriots. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. And I got
all that for you.
And what kills me now is I got to wait 2.5 days for it. If you win tonight, I got to wait till Monday.
It won't wear off.
And then we're talking about the game and there's a whole thing.
It'd be a whole section for that, though.
All right. So the watch party. Here's the deal, Knicks fans. It is a special Knicks watch party Thursday, February 19th, Terra Moore, 150 West 30th, starting at 7 p.m. Watch the Knicks take on Detroit in a big Eastern Conference matchup with Wild Turkey Bourbon specials, great prizes, and awesome vibes all night. You're going to have chances to win Knicks tickets and enter Wild Turkey Bourbon's ultimate New York game day experience this April. Join Bart and I, Tara Moore, Thursday, February 19th, tip-off 7:30. Hopefully we can work things out. And I put him on the spot a little bit, but it sounds like we'll be able to work things out and get CP there for a little bit. It's brought to you by Wild Turkey Bourbon. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy Wild Turkey responsibly.
It's a battle of the Big East's best at MSG as 22nd ranked St. John's looks to hand 3rd ranked UConn its first conference loss of the year. Coverage begins today at 7:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
The final football Friday, and as we've said all week, it's the last call for football, and FanDuel is giving you a daily profit boost every single day leading up to the big game. Today's 30% profit boost is for first quarter markets, alternate passing, receiving, and rushing yards. Will the Patriots establish the run early and get Ramondre Stevenson over his first quarter rushing total? You can bet it. Will the Seahawks feed JSN to get the star receiver going early? You can bet that too. All you have to do is opt in each day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. So whether you're locking in early lines, riding your favorite props, or taking one last swing before the final whistle, FanDuel is giving everyone something extra to cheer for during football's final week. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Access to education changes lives. That's why National University provides flexible online and hybrid programs from associate to doctorate degrees. Since 1971, NU was built to serve non-traditional, working, and military learners nationwide. NU understands the demands of work, family, and service. Each year, more than 130,000 learners trust National University to move forward. Visit nu.edu to learn more.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Looking for the best meat and seafood at unbeatable prices? Get to Wild Fork Foods. They offer the widest selection of meats and seafoods you'll find anywhere. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. From beef and poultry to seafood, pork, and even exotic and game meats, you'll get the best value for your buck. Visit one of their 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or order online for same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork Foods, your neighborhood's meat and seafood market.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering 25% off windows and doors and 0% APR for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends February 28th, 2026.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
March the 20th of 2026, there's one place to be, and that place
is pickleball heaven. Pickleball heaven. It's a pickleball facility, massive facility in Medford, New York. We're going to do the show there that day from 6 to 10. Then there's a tournament. And then after we win the tournament, Rick, we'll stay and watch some basketball with the people. Now, the worst part of all this is the name. Listen, I got to participate in Rickleball Madness. What do you want from me?
You're a teammate of Rickleball.
Yeah, right. You're part of the event. You're the co-headliner.
If my name was Dave Pickleball, it would still be Rickleball Madness.
I think that's accurate.
I don't want this kind of pressure. I would prefer it be named after you.
No, you don't. You want all the shine.
No, I don't. Call whatever you want.
Dave's Pickleball Extravaganza.
Sorry, Dave. We're still calling it Rickleball Madness. And it's Friday, March 20th at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. More details coming soon with DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York.
Yeah. Pistons coming. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go, Ray. Just got paid. Friday night. Party jumping. Feel all right. Booty shaking. Dance to the beat. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, it's Super Bowl weekend, but I get a bonus. I get 2 for 1 as I get to watch my Detroit Pistons roll to the championship. It starts in Madison Square Garden, or if it's even is it here?
No, it's in Detroit.
Okay, it starts at Little Caesars Palace. Pizza. Give him some cheesy bread, Detroit. Get him fat. It's okay. I'm going to tell the boys, stay off Cat. Tell them, give him a pass. If you see him out, don't mess with him. He cool. Don't smack him up. He good peoples. Let the boys inside the court handle the business. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's going to be exciting. And then we get to watch the Patriots be so close to victory, only to figure out the jaws of defeat. It's going to be a good weekend. We get to watch it. We get to hate on the Patriots, watch them get all the way almost to the promised land, and then just like Lucy, move the football from Charlie Brown. Then we get to watch. Listen, either the Pistons lose or they learn. Simple as that. And I'll say the same thing. I think this can be a great rivalry going on for the next 2-3 years. While the core of the Knicks are still together and that's the core of the Pistons are still together before everybody gets paid. This is exciting. This is good for basketball, in my opinion. Right? You got 2 proud franchises. You got 2 grimy cities. New York is the Mecca, and Detroit's like the little engine that could. I'd much rather see this rivalry than Cleveland and New York or Boston and New York because I think it's a little bit more gritty. You know what I'm saying? Because these 2 teams at one point I think was modeled after each other. You had the Rick Mahorn Pistons. You had the Charles Oakley and Anthony Mason and Patrick Ewing Knicks. So I think this is good for basketball. It gets one of the biggest media markets in New York. And it gets like a loyal fan base and a 3-time championship winning small market team in Detroit.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page, you can watch, you can drop your comments in, you can, of course, be a part of the program that way. Bartholomew, we have got our feel-good moment of the week. Fill us in.
Every Friday with Bart and Carlin, we highlight the feel-good moment of the week.
And
presented by the Samwell Institute for Pain Management.
And it is time for the feel-good moment of the week, brought to you by Samwell Institute for Pain Management. And let's say the moment of the week for me is the fact that, Roger Craig got into the Hall of Fame. I mean, I understand that it kept Bill Belichick out, but Roger Craig's, the first of his type. He gave birth to the Reggie Bushes of the world. He gave birth to the Marshall Faulks of the world. You talk about a guy that twice rushed for 1,000 yards and also ran for 1,000 yards during a time when it was a yard, 2 yards, and a cloud of dust. So, I mean, you talk about sometimes, people, don't get their flowers. I'm glad he was able to get his flowers, and I was glad that Ronnie Lott was able to introduce him into the Hall of Fame. And listen, Eli get in, all these other guys get in, but Roger Craig time was running out. So that's my feel-good morning of the month, and that is brought to you by our friends at Samwell Institute for Pain Management. For a pain-free life, visit Samwell campaign.com today. Roger Craig, you can cry in the car.
So it wasn't a Knicks winning 8 in a row. That's not your feel-good moment of the week.
Nah, man, listen, this is like you're going to have runs during the regular season and all that stuff. This is more sentimental, man. This is like crybaby stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay, let's get to it. Super Bowl 60. It's the Patriots. It is the Seahawks on Sunday. The Seahawks are 4.5-point favorites. The Patriots and Seahawks, the team or the game total is 45.5 in the game. Where are we here with your pick for Super Bowl 60?
Well, I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm going with them. They've only given up more than 22 points twice this year, once to Tampa Bay and once to the St. Louis Rams. I don't think either one of those teams are as good. I don't think the Patriots offense is as good as either one of those teams. And I think for Seattle to win, they have more paths to victory than, a low-scoring game. It has to be for, I think, the Patriots to win. And I just think overall they're the better team. They're the deeper team. And, New England is a team that we have to watch for in the future, but I think they're just not ready yet.
You got to score.
Yeah, of course. I got 27-20. I know the spread is 4, but I think that, it's a touchdown, and I think Seattle's up early, and I think New England tries to make a feverish pitch to come back, but they fall short.
I personally think that the Seahawks are going to own this game. I think they're going to smash them. I do. And I started the show by saying, are we disrespecting the New England Patriots by thinking this is going to be the case? I took you through the fact that the Patriots have played the easiest schedule of any team in NFL history since 1999. Not a Super Bowl team, any team. Easiest schedule, winning percentage of .391 of their opponents. I took you through why that may not matter, because some of the greatest teams of all time have had the easiest schedule in getting to the Super Bowl and winning it. Whether it's the 72 Dolphins, whether it's the Cowboys in 92 at the start of their dynasty, whether it's the Rams, greatest show on turf, you can talk about a lot of them. That's all fine. I have seen Drake May play poorly here in the postseason. He's had 2 weeks off. I'm a little concerned about his shoulder. They haven't been able to block for him. And I think Seattle has an elite defense. And to me, that's the difference in this game. I'm going 31-13 Seattle. Do you have an MVP?
Yeah. Ernest Jones, baby. Middle linebacker. Last time the Seattle Seahawks won a championship, it was off of Malcolm Butler.
Yep.
I think, Ramondre Stevenson might get the ball knocked out by him. Ernest
Is
Jones.
that linebacker Smith who won it? Yeah, Malcolm Smith.
Yeah, Malcolm Smith.
Yeah.
But you got Ernest Jones who, has got a couple pick sixes. Remember, he won the Super Bowl. He was disregarded by the Rams, and he's been their captain. He's an all-pro. I think he's a Pro Bowler this year for them as well. And I think this is a game where, unsung heroes happen, right? Tip balls change games. Drake May, somebody uses his legs. I'm sure he's going to be the spy. He's going to be involved a lot in trying to stop Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson, and he's going to also be a big role as far as trying to stop those tight ends from catching, mid-level in the middle of the field pass.
I'm going Sam. Sam is the Super Bowl MVP, capping off what is a fantastic story. What else is fantastic? The Michael Kay Show. It is next, right here on ESPN New York.
Friday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Will Sam Darnold win his first Super Bowl?
I grew up dreaming of this moment. Grew up watching a ton of great football players and a ton of great football teams get to this moment and make great plays. And I feel like, I always dream of moments like this.
Can the Knicks make it 9 in a row tonight?
The Knicks are as strong and